Let's go. Oh boy, here we go again. Hey guys, how you going? So now BKRsport, we are live for the Gold Coast Titans versus the Brisbane Broncos game, and geez, it is going to be a belter, isn't it? The Gold Coast Titans may never lose a game ever again. So watch it and drink it in. It is just a fact at this point. They are just so successful and consistent that you just would have to believe that the Titans just go on and win from here on out for eternity. It is what it is. But no, on a real, hopefully this is a good game. It could ultimately not be a good game. It could ultimately be a 13-plus blowout there to the Broncos. But I'm going to hold some high hope and high belief that our boys can fire up here at home in front of a sold-out Cbus Super Stadium. There will be more Broncos fans than Titans fans there. That is very typical and very understanding. But, I'm going to hold some hope for my team. I'm sure you guys have your preconceived notions about how this game is probably going to operate, and I get you. But at the end of the day, I'm going to back my team in here. And I'm going to hope that we can surprise the comp and get a big win here to go two wins in a row. You know, I just live and hope and live and pray that we can give our fans a bit of happiness against the Southeast Queensland rivals in the derby here. But all right, let's get into these two team lineups because the game starts in 8 minutes' time. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And as I always do, guys, I will tell you, these streams for Titans games are different, and I'm sure you can understand that. I am passionate about my team, I love my club, and I will react differently, and the streams will be a lot different to how we cover the other games from as much of a neutral perspective as we possibly can. You know, I will back in my club. It will not be a Bro Broncos stream, it will be a Pro Titan stream, and I'm sure that you can get that and understand that. And if we are in a shit-house position and we are losing the game, you will see me quite angry. That is what happens, which is what I'm sure you guys do with your teams as well. But I hope this is a good game for you neutral watchers, because obviously you've just had to put up with an absolute fizzle fest with the Dragons playing the Cowboys, but hopefully this game can turn it all around. But all right, like I said, thumbs up, subscribe, let's get into it. So the Titans, they come to this game from 16th position. Broncos come to the game from 11th position, and this is at Cbus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast, the greatest stadium that ever damn well existed, son. No ins and outs here for the Titans. They have not changed their lineup. The fullback is Keanu Kinney, with the wingers being Sila Tilly, Faimani and Philip Sami. Centres of Jojo Fafita and AJ Brimson. The 5'8" is Lachlan Ilias, with the halfback being Jaden Campbell. Front row forwards are Khalees Haas and Tino Fa'asul Malawi, with the number 9 being Sam Verrills. Back row of Aramahau and Bo Firma, with the 13 Chris Randall. Interchange of Curtis Moran, Cooper Bai, Moeki Fotuaika, Oliver Pascoe, Max Fine and Jet Liu, with the coach being Josh Hannay. The Titans quickly coming into this game. Obviously, they've only won one game of their opening 4 games of the season, but at least it was last week against the Dragons. But you know, the Dragons, they are 0-5 right now, so a bit of context is needed there. Their previous games, 50-10 loss to the Sharks, 18-14 loss to the Dolphins, despite being a 14-0, 55 minutes into the game, and then lost to the Cowboys 30-16 before beating the Dragons 22-14. So at least they've got that win, and they're not on the bottom of the table, and the points differential is now far worse there for the Dragons. But ultimately, you know, we don't know that this Titans team is anything different to the first 3 rounds right now. You know, they got to beat a team that is currently 0-5, and really enhance that there with a win. But I would like to see us give us a crack. Like, at the end of the day, if I'm talking from a realistic level, the Titans should not be even in this game. The Broncos should just simply win this one and win it well. However, in recent years, the Titans have had a pretty good record against the Broncos, barring last year. Last year, the Broncos slapped them at Suncorp and also beat them well at Cbus Super Stadium. That just happened in a year the Broncos won the premiership, and it was obvious. But outside of that, the Titans have actually done pretty well against the Bronx in recent years. So I do hold out hope for that. But from a realistic level, you are just simply expecting that the Titans probably won't get the job done here. We hope for an upset result. Bring on one of the centres I did really like against the Dragons last week. However, I have seen much improved defence the longer the season has gone along. However, they gave up 14 points to the Dragons, which still isn't great considering what we know from that Dragons team right now. And besides that Sharks game, they got 50. But I have seen improved defense across most of it, because they probably would have lost that Cowboys game by a lot more had they not improved their defense. And same thing to do with the Dolphins as well. It's just that they just completely fell apart in that last 25 or so minutes there. So, and the second half last week against the Dragons, did they give up a point? I don't think they did. Oh, no, they didn't. Oh, they got a penalty goal in the second half, but that was it. They didn't give up a try in the second half last week. So I'm a little bit positive in regards to hopefully an adjustment on defense that is putting us into a better trajectory and a better direction overall. And I hope Keanu has a massive game here. He needs to have a massive game. He hasn't had massive quality form so far this season. The old Keanu Kinney, and the questions and conversations are still arising in regards to AJ, but I do like him in the centres there. And, congratulations to Jaden Campbell, who I don't think the birth of his son has happened yet, but I'm sure it will happen very, very soon, over the next couple of days kind of deal. There was a potential chance that he wasn't going to be here if his son was born today, or whatnot, but he is here and he is ready to rock and roll. So Arama Howe, please have another big game. He got a couple of tries last week. He was a big time bopper. Has replaced Dave and put in the big shift in his early part. He was chomping on the bit for a try in the first couple of weeks. He just couldn't get it, and then he breaks out last week and ultimately wins us the game. Hopefully he does it again. And Oliver Pascoe off of the bench. Looking forward to seeing what he's got to offer us, because we need that attacking option from the hooker that Sam Verrills, he just defends and defends and defends. He loves those base stats and does really well with the defense, but doesn't really bring us a great deal of attack. So look at that 1-2 punch there. Hopefully Pascoe comes on and slaps it down as well. But for the Broncos on the other side, you've got a couple ins here. So Antonio Verhoeven, I'm not too sure. He's in with Jesse Arthurs and Payne Haas, with the outs being Grant Anderson, Josiah Kotapani, and Va'asemu. Fullback Reece Walsh, with the wingers being Dean Mariner and Jesse Arthurs. Centres of Tony Staggs and Gehama Shibasaki. 5'8" is Ezra Mam, with the halfback being Adam Reynolds, who was the captain. Front row forwards are Corey Jensen and Payne Haas, with the number 9 being Corey Pakes. Back row, Brendan Piakura and Jordan Ricky, with the 13, Patrick Carrigan. Interchange, Ben Hunt, Xavier Willison, Ben Tulty. All Blacks Taffa, Jaden Hunt and Antonio Verhoeven, with the coach being Michael Maguire. The Broncos coming into this game, they lost their first game to the Panthers 26-0. They lost their second game to the Eels 40-32. Both those games being at home at Suncorp Stadium, which was a shock to the system after winning the premiership last year. Then they go and play the Storm in Melbourne, where they just don't usually win, and they won the game 18-14, being down 14-0 at half time. So that was a good turnaround. And then last week against the Dolphins, they were solid without being exceptional, and they won 26-12. The Dolphins have then gone on to lose to Manly 52 points to 18, and we're down 52-0. So the Broncos are not exactly where they want to be right now, and that Storm result, based off of the fact that, actually, you look at both those games, the Storm, who they beat 18-14 down there in Melbourne, have gone on to lose 50 points to 10 to the Panthers, and also gone to lose to the Cowboys 28-26. The Dolphins, who they beat last week, have now gone on to lose by 52 points to 18 to Manly, and again down 52-0 at one stage. So those two results aren't as spectacular as you would like to see, and the first two results were obviously not great at all there. The Panthers, they've just been another level so far, being 5-0 and just incredible and just smashing teams every single week. So that is a positive there for the Titans, that maybe the Broncos' last two games aren't exactly a big time reflection that this Broncos team is unbeatable this year, and they are back in form, because those two teams they've played have had some really rough weeks in regards to their form themselves. So that's what I'm going to take as a Titans fan, and I'm going to say this is where I'm going to try and take our boys to get a big upset result against all odds here, because the odds would not be in the Titans' favour. Again, I am going to back in my boys and tippers, but head-wise, you would be taking the Broncos. Head-wise, you'd take the Bronx. So, but I'm taking the Titans, simple as that, and sue me if you don't like it. Broncos running out into the field here. Now, quickly in regards to the ladder, Broncos, they're in 11th position on 4 points. With a win here, got to be quick because they're coming out into the field. With a win here, they would immediately, or the Cowboys would have already jumped above them too with their win. Yeah, they're in 6th. So, they are in 6th. So if the Broncos were to win, they're minus 16. They would immediately go above the Roosters into 8th position. They would have to win by 5 points more to go above the Bulldogs. They would have to win by about 30-odd points to go above the Cowboys and also the Knights, because they're both on plus 12. So, yeah, the Broncos would need a decent enough win to go into the top 5-6. Actually, they'd be in the top 5. If they jump the Cowboys, they jump the Knights. They're both on the exact same. If they were to lose this game, however, but again, the Sharks still play this weekend, and the Knights do as well, and so do the Tigers, who are just above there on that same 6 points. If they lose this game, however, then if they lost by 10 points, they go below the Dolphins into 13th. If the Eels win against the Tigers, they would go into 14th position. If they lost by enough, and then the kickoff has happened here. The kickoff has happened. So anyway, long story short, Broncos would be probably around that fourth last area if they lost. The Titans with the ball now at the 10. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. They'd probably be in 4th last or so with a loss, but if they win, they could jump up into that 5-6 category. Titans, on the other hand, they're in 2nd last position. That's a good run there from the Gold Coast. Gets the ball to the 25 through Philip Sami. If they lose, they stay in 16th position. The Dragons already lost. They can't jump them. If they win, however, they would go above the Raiders. They would also go above the Eels. They would have to win by 24 points or more to go above the Dolphins. And if they do that, Titans are away here, both firm. I guess it's ball to the 40. Okay, I'm going to get off that. Anyway, point of the matter is, Titans win the comp. 4th tackle here for the Gold Coast at the 35. Sam Verrills goes to the right, and it's Tino Fa'asuamaleaui, who is 25 metres away. Oh, no, and Tino's lost the ball here. Oh, dude, Tino's form this season has been diabolical, dude. Man, with holding these balls. Come on, Tino. We need better out of you, brother. We need better out of you, man. After such a good opening set there, you go and knock the ball on and give the ball straight back to... Oh, man. Deary me. That was nice from Keanu Kenny, though, at the very least. So, Tino loses the ball in the tackle, and Broncos will get the ball. Surely get the Chelsea dagger gif. Ben says Broncos win 13+. Yeah, I didn't ask, mate. Seattle says, true, a US basketball player, I think it was left the game to witness his son's birth a while ago. Yeah, that did happen. So, Broncos with the ball here. Jesse Arthur's at the 35. They'll get it now to the 45. It'll be 6 again. Brendan Piakura, first tackle. Skeletal Sons has come on Titans. The Donkeys were too busy hitting the drink and coke, getting banned from the Valley all week. That's true. Right-hand side, and Adam Reynolds. Now he'll be taken out of the 50 on second tackle. Come on, Gold Coast. T. Henry says that was an amazing game, Panthers versus Storm. It was amazing from the Panthers side, absolutely. Third tackle now from Payne Haas. He'll be at the 40. Want to see some defense out of here today, the Gold Coast. Ezra Mann, he'll get this ball to Piakura, and he'll be at the 25 now. At the 4th tackle, Jojo's been really good defensively for us this year, and Jojo is one of our better players overall. Paddy Carrigan, he is 22 metres away from the line now on fit tackle. Hold him out. This is the first attacking kick of the game. Reece Walsh, he'll put that ball up. It's in a good area. Come on, Keanu. Oh, of course. Keanu Kenny is just not good in the air on those high kick-ups, and Reece Walsh follows that through, and it's too easy for him. Keanu needs to do way better in the air, dude. This has been a common theme with him so far this season, and it's 4-0 here to the Broncos. And Tino, that's also on you, mate. You make the breakaway. You're off to a positive start. Tino knocks the ball on as the captain, and then not only that, but we see the continuation of Keanu Kenny in the fullback, knock out for the ball, and get out jump from the ball. It's happened with Hamiso. It happened last week with the Dragons, and it's now happening again in the Broncos. Love Keanu. Support Keanu, back Keanu in, but he needs to do better in that category. He needs to do better in that category. Yeah, I'm not dealing with this today, Balin, so we're going to move from that. Funny Gibber says Tina really needs to bring his A game. He does. He really does, man. It's been disappointing so far this season for him, and that's good. It's good stuff from Reece Walsh. You can't hate on that. You know, at the end of the day, that is just good from Reece Walsh, but Keanu needs to go better. He just does. The Dingo says, when did they add the roof lights to Seabus? Looks pretty nice. The roof lights? I don't know what you're specifically referring to right now. I need to have a look. Brenton says, oh no, Tino's dropped it already again. X-Facts says, both firm as a gun. Hasn't been so far this season, though. Need a big game out of him. The one time we started a game, good, typical. Yeah, exactly right, Ibrahim. But I will say that the team scoring first in the early part of the season hasn't necessarily gone to win. The Dragons, they did it. Oh, okay, I get what you mean now in regards to those lights. No, they've always been there. They just don't necessarily use them all the time. And Renault will get the kicks with a 6-0 to the Broncos, 4 minutes into the game. Hopefully the team who scores first curse is still continuing on into round 5. Nathan, I think this will be a close one. The Titans beat the 2065 Premiers last week. The 2065 Premiers is incredible. Nate J, he's off his Dragons. Will have their tails up, and the Broncos are so unpredictable you never know who's showing up. Yeah, exactly right. But they are known as a second half team, not a first half team, and they're already on the board. So it's not a great sign here for the Gold Coast, but hopefully things aren't going to be too bad too long. Reece Walsh doing it himself. Jeez. Yeah, well, Keanu's going to do better, man. Simple as that. Both Fermers, the captain of the Titans, refuse to believe it's Tino. I do agree, but again, Bo's going to be better this year. So Broncos, Corey Jensen brings his blood to the 13. Again, though, that is on the fault of 2 players there. Tino Fa'asuamaleaui and Keanu Kenny for that try. That is the fault of those 2 players for that specific try. Second tackle now for Brisbane, and they're going to be at the 20. Is Dragons worse than the 2016 Knights team? Let's wait to see how the whole season first. Everyone wants like immediate answers to long-term questions, and it's like, guys, we saw 3 seasons out of that Knights team. We saw the full 5 games or whatever it was at the time. We saw the entire season play out. We have only seen 5 games play out. So let's see how the 27 rounds goes before we start doing those comparisons. But the Broncos now at the 48, they'll kick this ball down to Keanu Kenny, who will grab the ball to 15. Come on, Keanu, run this ball back hard. You know, whilst you can criticise Keanu in regards to his jumping up for the ball and the fullback, you can't... Yeah, it's a penalty. Come on. Come on. You cannot criticise his work ethic and his work rate because he does put everything on the line here for his team. He really does put in an effort. But penalty there for the Titans. We'll take that. You have to put your body on... Well, yeah, it's hard to actually say put your body on the line because he doesn't do that in regards to the grabbing the kicks and the up in the air, but overall he does. Jack says, you have to put your body on the line, show pass and jump up, catch the ball, be strong and brave. Aaron says, I put Titans on the same realm as Tigers, can beat any team on their day with amazing talent. Just never seem to put it together, but hopefully they can both eventually start playing finals. I agree. Titans made the finals in 2021 and 2016. Tigers not 2011. 6 again here for the Titans at the 45. Tino holds onto the ball. That's important. Chrissy Randall now. He'll bring this ball to the 45 on second tackle. Look, I hope you're right, Aaron. I hope you're right that we can beat anyone on a day. Keanu Kenny gets that ball late off to Bofema. Left-hand side, AJ Brimson. Brimo steps, and he'll be at the 28. That was a good run there from the Gold Coast. When they've got the ball so far in this first 6 minutes, they've actually looked pretty positive with it. They give it off to Philip Sami, and then Philip Sami now to the 22 on 4 tackle. 6 minutes in. 6 minutes in. They give it now to Khalees Haas, and Khalees Haas will get the offload away. Lachlan Ilias then. Well, no, that's not an obstruction. Ilias, play the ball. Play the ref, man. It wasn't an obstruction. You picked the ball up behind him. You're entitled to keep on running. They go out to the left-hand side of Jaden Campbell, and JC puts that ball up in the air. The chase through here is not bad from the Titans, and Sami comes up with it. Phil Sami then gets the offload away, and then there's a knock on there from the Titans. But positive from the Titans early in regards to when they've had the ball. A positive in regards to that at the very least. Medicine says, show the screen, please. It's time to get a job because you know it is illegal to show broadcasting restrictions, and you are looking for an illegal stream right now. So that should tell you everything in the words itself. Second tackle now at the 30. Skeletal Sun says, Kenny's strength is probably coming off the bench and adding some speed and zip through the middle of tied forwards. Yeah, I completely disagree with you. Third tackle now at the 33, and that's going to be a penalty to the Broncos. Penalty to the Broncos for a high tackle at 33. Ibrahim says, Meta donate $6 billion. Yep. Aaron says, Kenny has looked good with the ball so far, minus the catch. Yeah, when he's got the ball, he has looked really positive. Oh, it's a harsh call, but I guess they do call that. Titans aren't playing that bad aside from that error from Tino. Aside from the error from Tino and the jump from Keanu, it's been a positive start. But now we give away the penalty and the Broncos are going to go back on the attack. So let's see this defense, Titans. Let's see this defense. Katoni Staggs off to Jordan Ricky, and Ricky's going to be at the 30. Really need to come up with something big here, Titans. They roll it back to Corey Pakes, and Pakes now to Corey Jensen, and Jensen's going to be at the 20 on second tackle. 8 minutes gone here. 8 minutes gone. Out to Adam Reynolds. Then to Payne Haas. Payne Haas to Ezra Mem. Hits the grass. Someone pick it up. Someone pick it up. Someone pick it up. And it's going to go back to the 35, though. Shibasaki picks it up. He's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. He's lost the ball! Come on! Come on! Good pressure there from the Gold Coast. Ezra Mem throws the ball at the back and it hits Rosed. And it'll be Titans ball here at the 35. So we can't trumps there. Come on. Gary says, g'day everyone from very cloudy Liverpool. I'm surprised. What about Manly? How you going, Blaze? Yeah, I'm definitely not here to talk about Manly right this very second. We'll talk about them on any other stream, not during Titans streams, but at least they got a good win. I did tip them. But no, I'm currently in the middle of watching my team play in a South East Queensland derby. So I'm definitely very focused on this game and this game only as we speak. We could have spoken all about that in the last game, though, because that was dribble. Out to the left-hand side of Philip Sami, and Sami now gets his ball to the 40 on first tackle. Aaron says, I was about to say Broncos attack must be terrifying to defend, and they go and do that. So Tino to the 45, hold the ball, please. Hold the ball, please. And second tackle at the 45. X-Mate says, Jojo's defense has been solid this under high pressure. Jojo's defense this year has been great. AJ Brimson now to the 45. It'll be third tackle. 10 minutes gone in the first half, folks. 6-0 to the Broncos. Hit that like button and subscribe. They go to the right to Lachlan Ilias. Ilias then off to Chris Randall. Round the back here to JC. JC at the back to Keanu Kenny. Keanu Kenny steps inside. He's still going here. Gets the offload away. Ezra Mann picks it up. Oh, fuck me, Keanu. Oh, my gosh, Keanu, please, brother. Like, he's looking like a live wire, but please, man. Come on, Keanu, bro. We got to be doing better than this. No hot... Oh, man. Every time we've looked like we've gone on to the positive attack here, every time we look like we're actually getting a bit of a foothold on some form in this game, we've given the ball straight back to the Broncos. Deary me, third tackle at 35. Like, this isn't a team that you want to just continuously give opportunities to. Even though we've looked positive, we keep giving the Broncos opportunities. So 25 metres away here from the line for the Broncos. Paddy Carrigan, he'll be now 15 metres out, 10 metres away. Fit tackle, hold him out here. Clyde says I'm putting my hand up to coach the Dragons. Corey Banks, Fade Arse, I back you. Adam Reynolds out to the right. They go quickly. It's Dean Mariner. Lock him down. Good defence. Come on. Titans bought the 4. Good defence. No, I back you, Clyde. You're on here. I'll give my word of approval. Solid scramble. We take it, mate. We take it. Then goes, since the boys look hungry tonight, just got to execute and limit the silly plays. Yep. They do. They do look hungry, but there still has been those little errors that have hurt us so far. Faimani brings it to the 15 on second tackle. Roll it back to Sam Verrills and off to Tino. Hold the ball. He'll be at the 30 on third tackle now. Titans, this game is looking poor from both so far. The errors are shocking. That's a 6 again here for the Titans. And Aramahau, he'll bring it to the 38 on first tackle. Off to Cleisas, then off to Ilias. Ilias to Bo Firma, and Bo Firma with a good run to the 50 on second tackle. I go out to the right, then to Randall again. Off to Cleisas, he'll be at the 44 on third tackle. Come on, boys. Sam Verrills. Then to Tino. Hold the ball. Amazing run, though, to the 25 on fourth tackle. It's a good set. We are making really good meters on our sets. Our average set distance right now would be probably around the 50. Fit tackle at the 18. Did a good kick here from JC. They go out to the left to Ilias instead. Ilias over the top now to Philip Sami. Sami back onto the inside. Kicks it through for himself. A little bit too hard. Very close. He's claiming it's coming off a Bronco here, but I don't think it did. It's going to be Brisbane ball, and I'm pretty certain it is just a 7 tackle set here for the Broncos. Who are you claiming this comes off, Philip? Don't challenge this. Please tell me they're not challenging this. There's nowhere near Paddy Carrigan. No way. Yeah, Sam Wise-Gounchy is at the game, mate. Sam Janko is at the game. First tackle now up the 45. Atmosphere is amazing right now at Seabus. You can hear it. It is really pumping. It is a sold-out game. Second tackle now at the 43. 4 from 7 completed for the Titans. 5 from 6 for the Broncos. Go out to the left to Payne Haas. It'll be third tackle. Both teams are making plenty of meters on their sets, and it's a 6 again here for the Broncos. It is a fast-paced game, Aaron. Very, very speedy. I don't know who that ultimately benefits more. Goes out to the right, Dean Mariner with a floaty pass from Reece Walsh, but that's going to be a good tackle there from AJ Brimson. Who's got the best endurance in this game? Jordan Rookie, because this is speedy right now, man. This is very, very fast footy from both these teams. They're at the 20. They give it to Adam Reynolds. Reynolds up to Paddy Carrigan. Paddy Carrigan to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam closer forward. Foot pass. Come on. Jeez. This is pumping right now in regards to the speed of this game. And when you have the speed of the game this fast, you're going to see errors like that because the players are thinking, I'm going to make that move now. I'm going to make that play right this very second. And that's what Ezra Mam just did with the forward pass there. So Titans ball. Hi, Blaze. Colt says, I enjoy your match feeds. Do you think the captaincy is a burden for Tino? He seems trying too hard and causes errors at the mighty Titans. Appreciate you, Colt Sando. Very hard for me to stream Titans games for obvious reasons, but, we love it. I'm consistent with we have not missed a single game rugby league this year, and we won't miss it all year. So, I appreciate that you do enjoy the streams. In regards to Tino, I basically believe Bo Firma is our captain now as it is, and Tino needs to work himself out of it. And I've said for a few years now that I think that Tino needs to just focus on the game rather than focusing on the captaincy as well. Whilst it's hard to get rid of the captaincy from him, I do think that is the right decision, and that's nothing to say any less of him as a captain. I just think he just needs to focus on less than that and just run the ball as hard as he can. Keanu Kinney now, he's going to bring this ball across, and he will get the ball to the 45 on fourth tackle. He is really trying hard, though, Keanu. It's just he's come up with a couple of errors. Sam Verrills out to Cleisas, and Cleisas now will be at the 35. So, yeah, I think that Tino has captain qualities, but I don't think that he should be focusing on his captain role, and I think somebody else should have it. That's a high kick. Knocked back here, I think, from the Titans. Tino with the ball. Tino flicks it off. Chance here, Aramahau. He's going! Oh! Oh, that's going to be taken from Ezra Mam. He's allowed to take it out. This is going to be Titans ball. Yeah. He stripped the ball, which is allowed to do, but we're going to tackle him in the in goal, so it's going to be Titans ball here. It's going to be a dropout. Ezra Mam has come up with a try stopper, but at least we're going to get the ball here. Oh, Rama was so close. It was so close. So, because Ezra Mam legally strips it, it now will be a dropout. So, short dropout there from the Broncos. That's going to go over the sideline. Oh my gosh, Titans. Oh my gosh. And this is the thing. With such a positive start here for the Gold Coast, they still are making these silly little errors here. Like, how is there nobody in the region to get this ball here? So it just goes up. Why is there only one player there? Why is Faimani just standing in front of that? Someone needs to be on the sideline in case something like that does happen. But anyway, it's going to be Broncos ball here at the 20. Oh, just the silly little errors, man. This game is so speedy right now. Ibrahim says, this Kenny performance is reminding me of how Kelly plays. Tries too hard and sometimes affects his performance. Yeah, sort of. I don't mind it. But also, Kenny's been good and also been bad in this game. Second tackle now at 30, which I guess is a Brian Kelly thing. Yeah, Ramahau, he's a big unit, bunnies. Broncos now at the 35 on third tackle. I was telling you guys about Ramahau about 2 years ago as well. Didn't really get too much of an opportunity under Desi Hasler, but he was over in the Super League and then came back across the Titans and was potentially off to Perth, but now I think he's going to stay. Brendan Pikura is at the 40 on fit tackle. Not too many metres here from the Broncos, though, which was positive, but now we just need Keanu Kenny to get up in the air and get this grab. Now it's Philip Sami. It's going to come down for Ilias. Arguably high tackle, and it is a high tackle. Come on. Come on, Biffo. Someone throw an uppercut. Shut your mouth, Jordan Ricky. Shut your mouth. I love it that Ricky and Brimo are going at each other. They are best mates. Like, Jordan, Ricky, and Brimo are literally best mates, man. So them having a Biffo right now is so funny. So funny. Boys, since it was called a strip, shouldn't it be a penalty since Corey Jensen was holding on player's leg and Mam stripped it, meaning 2 on the tackle? Am I wrong? So you would typically be right with a 2-on-1 on the tackle, but because it's in the in goal, you are allowed to strip the ball in a try-scoring play. So that's why it was a dropout. So Ezra Mam is legally allowed to take that ball in the in goal because it's a try-scoring play, and then because he's in the in goal and then the tackle gets completed, that's a dropout. So I hope I have made that understandable. Bo Furman now, he's going to bring this ball out here to the 40, and that's a 6 again. So first tackle ever for the Titans at the 40. Brent says, Adama could get a back row spot in Queensland if he keeps playing like this. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Second, now 0 tackle, sorry, because it was 0s, and now it's first tackle at the 45 on the Titans side of the field, and it's another 6 again here to the Gold Coast. They give it to Chris Randall, then off to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell underneath to Jojo Fafita. It's a great run from Jojo to the 45 on the Broncos side of the field. So that was... that's first tackle, Sam Verrills. Look how fast this game is right now. This playable speed is going to be under 3 seconds both teams at the moment. They go to the left to Cleese Haas, and Cleese Haas now is going to be at the 23 on third tackle. Come on, Gold Coast. Capitalise on the opportunity. Sam Verrills to Lachlan Ilias. Ilias at the back here to Keanu. Keanu is going to step. He's going to step again. He's going to run it at Renault, and he'll be at the 15 on fourth tackle now. It's so fast, Brisbane Broncos right now. It's one of the fastest games that I've seen so far this year at the moment. Ilias, he'll get to Chris Randall, and Randall's just going to run this ball to the 10 on fifth tackle. What can we put up here? What can we do with this? Chris Randall taken out of the 8. Close to a 6 again, but they don't give it. Ilias at the back to JC. JC kicks his ball through, played it by Ezra, and he will get the ball to 5. Jeez, how do you breathe right now? How do you breathe with this game? Kahoma says, you should play for them, bro. You would have got the ball instead of it going out. Kahoma, I've been offered by 17 clubs. I'm just too good, and I want to be generous to the competition and allow the competition to be a lot more fair. And if I played, it would just be sickening. I might be the greatest player of all time. Some people call me Cameron Smith, some people call me Wally Lewis, and some people call me Billy Slater, and combine the 3 of them, right? So, sometimes you just got to be fair to the rest of the competition. 40-20 attempt here from Reece Walsh, but Keanu Kenny will get back, and he'll get this ball to 5. Sometimes you just got to realise when you're too good, and I just am. So Keanu Kenny will be at the 20, and... they're going to tell him to go back here. They said the tackle was complete. I don't think that he should have stepped there. I think he should have just run that ball back into the line. But his confidence is down right now, Keanu. His form is down, and he needs to find a way around it. Xavier Willison's about to come on the field here for the Bronx. And now Philip Sami, amazing run to the 40 on third tackle. 20 minutes gone here in the first half, 20 minutes to go. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Brimmer with an amazing quick run to the 45 on the Broncos side of the field. This is just unbelievable right now. Sam Verrills, both these teams are going to be exhausted in the second half, man. Khalees Haas with a good run. He'll be at the 30 on fit tackle. Sam Verrills to Jaden Campbell. Chase it through. Unbelievable meters here from the Titans there. And that's going to go backwards here for the Titans. That's going to go for a try for Bowie Fermor. It's going to go for a try for Bowie Fermor. Come on. I don't know. We need to have a look at this again, but this may be a try here for the Titans. Sutton is going to claim this is a 6 again knock on from the Broncos, and Bowie Fermor comes up with it. But it's going to be interesting to see here because is he contacted with before he gets a touch on this ball? We have to see it. We might have scored. We may have scored. They're saying he may have gotten taken out before the ball got there. It's close. It's close. This might be no try, but there is also a Broncos player that goes in between the runner as well. Yeah, he takes him out before he gets the ball. So this is going to be Broncos ball. Reece Walsh is in the way though, so there could be a penalty here for the Titans too, but it's definitely not a try. Tino does contact the Broncos play before he gets the ball. It's a penalty. There's only a fraction in it, but it should either be a penalty to the Broncos here or a penalty to the Titans for Reece Walsh escort. But I'm pretty certain there's just going to be no try. If Tino has two hands trying to catch the ball, I wonder what the call is. Well, we're still waiting here. We're still waiting. I'm surprised we're still waiting. I think this is a pretty regular call. This should be a no try. Yep, there you go. I don't know why we took so long. So they're going to go to the bunker here and they're going to say, I'm sure they're going to say it's a no try. It would just be interesting if they say that Reece Walsh escorts. Yep, they're going to say Reece Walsh escort. Yep, so we're going to get the penalty. So we're probably going to be getting a penalty here for the Reece Walsh escort because he is looking at Tino and they do come into contact before the play, but it is a no try. Yep, Reece Walsh is going to run into Tino, and that is an escort. So it will be Titans penalty. Because Tino would have had a chance to go up to get the ball. There's no way that it's a try. Contacts Dean Mariner prior. I'm interested to see what Tino's thought process was here, though, because Tino isn't putting his hands for the ball here, so he's making a tackle. He's intending to make the tackle. So what I'm saying is that Reece Walsh has actually prevented him from making that tackle earlier. But it's already early. So he's prevented him from making the tackle earlier. The ball hadn't even come close to Dean Mariner by that time. So Titans penalty here, 10 metres out. But I'm very intrigued on Tino's decision-making here because he'd already made effectively the decision to make the tackle. So it's very interesting. So Titans now on the 10. 20 minutes gone in the first half. 20 minutes to go. Thumbs up, subscribe. Ilias has the ball. Tomorrow I think we have Sharks, Warriors and Raiders Knights. We're live for both of those on Easter Sunday. But Titans 3 metres away through Tina Fasil Malawi. It goes Sam Verrills off to Chris Randall. Chris Randall now at the 10. And he's going to be 5 metres out. Second tackle. Sam Verrills now. He'll go out to Jaden Campbell. JC then to Lachlan Ilias. Ilias, that's good rush up defense over the Broncos. They're very good defensively in their own 20. They are a very good defensive team in their own 20. They give up a lot of long-range tries, but they are good inside this area. Tino runs this ball to the 4. Still going 3 metres out, 4 tackle. Man, I'm not here for the Common Broncos. Hold the line. 4 tackle now. Jaden Campbell at the 10. Arama Howe here is at the 5. Fit tackle. Fit tackle now, 3 metres out. Sam Verrills goes off to Chris Randall. Chris Randall and Jaden Campbell kicks his ball through. And that's going to be probably a drop out. Get him down. Someone needs to get him. He shouldn't be getting out, and he got out. That's unbelievable from the Titans. Fuck that bullshit. That is a bullshit effort there from the Gold Coast. Well done to Dean Mariner. Yeah, I can't be bothered with this either, by the way. Olivia says, sorry, but that should have been a penalty try. Well, no, that's not a penalty try, Olivia. You can't give the I know you're a Broncos fan, which is great to hear you say this, but you can't give a penalty try for that, because there's no way that you can say that the ball, Tino contacts him early, like it's escort, Tino's not catching the ball kind of deal. There's no world that's a penalty try. All right, so the Titans will get this ball through Keanu Kenny to 25. At least he got that ball there. Mariner had to give it everything he had, though. No, good on Dean Mariner, but also there's no way that a player should be getting out of the end goal in that situation from 9 metres within his own end goal. So they'll go off to the left to Philip Sami. It'll be third tackle now at the 40. Sami's been putting in some big performances in his last couple of games. They go out to the left to Ilias. Ilias up to Beau Firma. And Beau Firma to the 45 on the Broncos side of the field. How did they exit there? Wow, exactly. Out to the left, and it's Ilias at the 35, the 30 on fit tackle. Probably another 40, 45 metres. He gets the offload away. Out of the right, it's Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell then off to Mikey Fodawaker. Comes off the bench, and he's ready to rock and roll. He's 25 metres away. Our average set distance has been monumental, though. Well, that's a 6 again against Shibasaki. That should be a 6 again every day of the week against Shibasaki. How have you not called that? Jaden Campbell's going to kick that ball up into the air. Faimani coming through. Reece Walsh grabs it, and Reece Walsh will be taken down at the 10. First tackle. From a neutral perspective, I don't know how you guys are feeling, but from a neutral perspective, are you guys enjoying this game? Not here for the Broncos and Titans opinions, but from a neutral perspective. Broncos here at the 30. 57% possession of the Titans. Broncos 43%. They go out to the right-hand side of Paddy Carrigan, and now it's going to be Xavier Willison. Nearly got an offload, but would have gone straight to Beau Firma's hands, so he's glad he didn't. They go to the right-hand side to Adam Reynolds, and Reynolds here is at the 50, and he'll get the offload away to Paddy Carrigan. Going to lock up a tackle. Ezra Mam taken down to the 35 on fit tackle. Corey Pakes. Hold on, we're back underway. Sorry, guys, it muted at the worst time. Broncos may have scored here. Keanu again up in the air. Oh, there's maybe a knock on here from Katoni. It's definitely going to be a knock on here, though, because he's going to strip the ball out from Keanu. But there might be a hand with Katoni into Kenny first anyway. That's a good angle for Stags there, though, but he definitely strips it out here. And they're just going to say if there's a strip here. Well, Katoni is grabbing at the ball here, and then the ball's going to come out. So you can't tell me this isn't a strip from Katoni. So it is a knock-on from Katoni Stags. Yep. In a forward motion. So knock-on. So it's a no try. It's a no try, but very close to Keanu getting smacked again. Daz, mate, appreciate for the $2 donation, mate. Thank you very much. Muttered Muppet. Yeah, it happens. Knock-on happens in the field of play, so Titans get the ball at 10. Dion says, always enjoy the passion you have for your team, brother. No one loves the Titans more than you. There's plenty of Titans fans that don't get the credit because they don't have a social media and don't have a public presence, man. But, I do love my club and I want to see them succeed, and I'm very, very passionate about it. And that's why, it's all very important about reading the room in Titan streams, because it's very different to the other regular streams. But appreciate the support, man. X Factor says, if you take high kicks out of the game, Titans are playing really well. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree. Overall, they are playing well, but they just don't know how to score yet. Attack has been a problem for the Titans so far this season, absolutely. And, besides those high kicks, where Keanu Kenny just doesn't have anything under the high ball right now. Besides that, we actually have been pretty decent. Philip Sami now is going to get this ball to the 18 on second tackle. Tomax says that was so obviously a forward strip motion knock-on, waste of time. So it's going to be Cooper Bye, then on to Mikey Fodawaker, and Fodawaker gets this ball to the 25. He's been much better since coming off the bench, though. I love that Mo's now on the bench and is accepting that role. Cooper Bye with a great run into the 35 on full tackle. That's a strong run. So Sam Verrills and Mikey Fodawaker, then off to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell underneath to Aaron Mahal. Then he gets to Mo, and Mo will be taken to the 40. The offloads didn't work out there. And that's probably one of the weakest sets we've seen from the Titans so far in this game. Jaden Campbell will kick this ball to about the 20 where Reece Welsh picks it up. He's looking for a hole and he will get taken down at the 28 on first tackle. Wouldn't hate the game to be this fast in the second half, honestly. Yeah, agree, but they'll be tired. Yeah, I am in Thailand, Jason. There's no way these two teams don't get tired from the first 25 minutes of this game. It's been just high pace, high energy, just frenetic, man. So both these teams will be tired, which does make me worried for the Titans because they're not a good second half team, and the Broncos are usually a really good second half team. Reece Welsh over the top. That's going to go to the Broncos at the 45. They're going to say it's been touched, so it's 6 again here with the Broncos, 35 metres away from the line, 0 tackle. Now Reece Welsh underneath to Xavier Willison. Great run from Xavier Willison, 18 metres out. They go out to Ben Hunt, then on to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam gets taken down to the 12 on second tackle. Hold him out. Ben Hunt. Paddy Carrigan gets slapped in a good tackle by Chris Randall, but then he falls off the tackle. Oh, he's still going, Carrigan. He's working hard, though. You've got to respect it from Paddy Carrigan. Third tackle, 3 metres away. You've got to find a way here, Gold Coast. Oh, no, they've got space. Oh, luckily, it's a knock on there from the Titans, so it's going to be a 0 tackle for the Broncos at the 15. Tony Staggs picks it up. It is what it is. So they saying Corey Pakes is injured. What are they saying? Ben Hunt's coming so early. That's a lost ball from Payne Haas. That's a knock on from the Broncos. That should be Titans ball. And what? They're going to say it's a penalty for a strip here? What? We strip this ball. Well, Payne Haas is known for offloading here, and then the ball has come out backwards, and then it's been a knock on from the Broncos there. But what? You're not probably going to challenge this, but also I'm surprised. This is a strip. Of course they're going to go take the 2. This is interesting. Broncos, considering that you take the piss out of the Titans every single week, yet you're taking a 2 against us? Really? You're in the attacking 20, you're going to take the 2 against us? You know how bad the Titans defense is overall. You know how poor apparently we are overall, but yet you're taking a 2 against us? Okay, well, interesting. But I would be really interested to see how they've called that as a strip. Cosrip says offside. Oh, he's called offside for that. He's called offside after they've lost the ball. He didn't call a 6 again, so I'm surprised that he's not called a 6 again, but then after the Broncos lose the ball, he then calls offside. He replaced Reynolds at halfback. Okay. So Adam Reynolds is injured. Okay, fair enough. Interesting you are taking a 2 here. Like, I'll take it, to be honest with you. As a Titans fan, I'll take it. A technician to change a call from penalty Broncos to Broncos knock on. I just find it very intriguing in the timing of that. They don't deserve to take the 2. Some shocker calls early. Well, I'm going to question that recent call, but outside of that, what are you specifically referring to? So it is 8-0 here to the Broncos with 12.5 minutes to go the first half. No replay. I'm confused as to why it was a pen. I agree, Sundo. I agree. Apparently it was offside, but also he didn't call a 6 again. And then apparently it's magically turned into an offside once the Broncos have knocked the ball on. And then it couldn't have been a strip because Payne Haas was offloading the ball. And then the Broncos just knocked it on from there. But then after he figured out the Broncos had knocked the ball on, he then called the offside. So I'm really confused by it. And they haven't shown us the replay of it. Yeah. All right, so the Broncos now are going to get this ball here to the 10. And it's going to be Jordan Ricky on first tackle. Obviously, Gerald Sutton didn't call inside 10 and he couldn't hear the touchy calling it or something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, second tackle now at the 18. I've been happy with what the Titans have done without the positives for the fact that they still have made those silly errors. 6 again for the Broncos. The Titans looked really positive for this first 30 minutes, but they just made those silly errors again. The only try that this game has had has come off the back. Oh, Ezra Mam's going to get this ball to the 45 on second tackle. Has come off the back of a Tino knock on into Counter-Kitty not jumping high enough for the ball. You know, I do take that we haven't been so far. Shibasaki gets away here, taking down the 20. So far, it definitely comes. But we haven't been beaten on the ground so far for a try. So in 30 minutes, I take that in regards to an improvement overall. And that's going to be Jesse Arthur's at the 13 on 4 tackle. Shibasaki then to Reece Welsh. He'll get it off to Ben Hunt. And Ben Hunt then to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam over the top. Phillip I'm surprised he didn't go for the intercept there, but I'm glad he didn't because he would have been beaten out in that wing if he did. Dean Mariners at the 15 on fit tackle. 10 minutes to go here, the first half here, folks. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Corey Pakes to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam steps. He kicks that ball inside. That's going to be Broncos. 2 minutes out. They said not play that, so it's Titans ball. Okay, we take it. We take it. Titans hang on. Ibrahim says, groin injury for Adam Reynolds. God bless him, man. I hope he's okay. Yeah, everybody is going to be gassed in the second half, Hawaii. It's going to be interesting to see how that one pans out. Second tackle now at 13. Adam Reynolds has more injuries than Dragons had points tonight. Well, you would only need one injury for that to be the case. Third tackle now for the Titans. Faimani, he'll be at the 20. 33 lives, hit the button. Yeah, hit that thumbs up button, guys. And great run, Keanu. Keanu's away, the 40, the 50. He's got on the inside. Curtis Moran, he gives it to Curtis Moran goes. He's taken out to the 30. Quickly. Great run by Keanu. Get up quickly, Curtis. Get up quickly. Go to the left-hand side. Oh, fuck me. Oh, no, you can't deal with it. This club is the exact same shit in regards to you're kidding me that you knocked that ball on after a breakaway. Are you fucking kidding me? That deserves the criticism. It deserves it. You cannot knock the ball on in that situation. Every single time you have gotten into the lead in regards to the way that the momentum is going, everyone has made a mistake. You can't hold on to the momentum. The Broncos are not winning this game. It's again a point of the Titans losing this game. The Titans continuously do this to themselves every single week. It's amazing that we got a win last week, because this is what the Titans do. They continuously allow the opposition team to not be to take the pressure and to not they don't capitalize on themselves. What I'm trying to say there, it's infuriating. It happened in the Cowboys game, it happened in the Dolphins game, didn't necessarily happen in the Sharks game. They just completely beat us well, and it happened in the other game where we played. Shit, I can't remember right now. My mind is too infuriated. Every single game, the Titans do this to themselves, man, and it is just wild. It is just wild. Third tackle now for the Broncos at the 45. You continuously get momentum in the game, and as soon as you get momentum, you throw the ball away. And it was such an amazing run from Keanu, and then that happens. So Paddy Carrigan is going to be at the 40 on fit tackle. And when I'm referring to this, I'm not insulting you, Broncos. This has nothing to do with you. This is to do with our own team. Ezra Mam taking down a fit tackle, loses the ball, knock on. Jojo Fifita's away. Here's the 40. Here's the 50. Jojo! Come the fuck on. Come on. Knock on from Ezra Mam. And we get our deserved try, but also I'm still pissed off. I'm having a mental breakdown in this game. There's so many bad things. There's so many good things. There's so many bad things. There's so many good things. Knock on from Ezra Mam. The Titans pick the ball up and they run the distance. Jojo feet under the pose. So many bad things, so many good things. It doesn't negate. The hindsight does not negate. You can still criticize that moment, and that is still a valid reaction. And now this is a valid reaction to picking the ball up and running 80 metres to score there because Ezra Mam knock on. It's going to be 8-6. Come on. Captain Masters need that, absolutely. I was losing my mind, dude. I was losing my mind. But this is what you expect on Titan streams, guys. This is why I say these streams, they're not for the faint of heart. These Titans ones. This scoreline is very reflective of this game, though. When it's 8-6. It's like everyone injected adrenaline into themselves. Dude, what a crazy game, dude. Like, what a crazy game at Super Stadium. Penny West says at least your team scored. Best Sports is one try closer to what I want. 7 minutes to go to the first half. Relieves a lot of the pressure, though, from the fact that I believe that on the game, the way the game was playing out, that we deserved points, but we couldn't get points because we were our own biggest detractor to those points. So whilst we deserve points from the overall context of the game, we were the detractor from taking away those points. If I make that understandable. Try confirm, by the way. Aaron says, do you wear a beanie to stop you from pulling your hair out from the stress? Yeah, look, maybe. Probably. You alright, bro? No, Kahoma, I'm never alright. I'm crazy. I'm a crazy man. I'm a crazy, crazy man. That's what this club has brought me to, but I'm passionate for my club. 8-6, 6 minutes 40 to go here the first half. Are Titans playing better than you expected? Absolutely, yeah. But context is yes, the answer to your question, but also there are still really, really dumb mistakes they're still making. So yes, but no. But yes, but no. Are they playing better than people expected? Yes. Are they still making ridiculous and stupid errors that are still allowing the Broncos to lead the game? Also, absolutely. Blaze is hiding that he has no hair at the moment. Yeah, I'm bald, mate. Yeah. Yeah, baldski. That's me. Titans get the ball here inside their own in goal. Ilias off to Mikey for the Waker. Hold the ball. I just want to see the complete set. You can lose 10 metres in this set. I don't care. Hold the ball. Most times, besides the Dragons game in the second half, every time after points this year, we will... He's lost the ball. Right there. Right there. Right there. Lost the ball. What did I just say? Every single time after points this season, the Titans lose the ball every single time. Happened in the Cowboys game multiple times. Happened in the Dolphins game. Happened in the Sharks. Well, we didn't actually score, mate. Actually, it even happened in the Sharks game. Happened in the first half of the Dragons game, not the second half. And now it's happened in the first half of the Broncos game. It's incredible. And this is why I say we lose the games. Like, we encourage the loss of games. Stags gets the offload away to Reece Walsh. Reece Walsh gets away. He's at the 10. He'll fake the pass and he'll step around. Then it's a penalty for a high tackle against Mwaki Fodawaker. Fuck off, Reece Walsh, cat. Someone time out Vijay. Don't give a fuck about what you're saying. Dion says, can anyone tell me what by SAI mean in fantasy stats? I have no idea. My mind is all over the place right now. 5.5 minutes to go here the first half. So Broncos now 5 minutes away from the line. 5 minutes 20 to go here of the first half. Hold them out here, Titans. Come on. Corey Pakes off to Ben Hunt. Ben Hunt to Piakura. And Piakura is going to be 5 metres away from the line. Has Reece Walsh shot the ball yet? No, he's been good. Reece has been good today. Second tackle at the 10. And that's right through. Too easy. Oh, full pass. Come on! Come on! Come on. Needed that so badly, dude. Needed that so badly, dude. No one ever beaten the Titans. No one's ever beaten the Gold Coast. Gold Coast are the greatest team to ever exist. This is the roller coaster you get with Titans game, guys. You will see me heavily criticise and you will see me go crazy. That is a full pass. Oh, it's a roller coaster. That's why I always say it's so hard to stream these games. I would so much prefer just to actually watch it without commentating it. But, I know you guys love my reactions. Titans now 10 metres out. Mantises go to Titans. So first tackle now for Sialatili Faimani, and Faimani will be at the 15 on first tackle. A late first try here would be massive for the Titans, Brighton, if that could be the case. Jojo then to the 25 on second tackle. He rolls this ball back to Sam Verrills and then off to Curtis Moran. Moran now to the 30. I'm very aware Broncos are good second halves and Titans typically aren't great for second halves. But I hope that's not the case today. Jaden Campbell, he'll go himself and he'll bring this ball to the 40. It's a great run there from JC. 4 tackle at the 40. Again, our average set distance at halftime is going to be great. Cooper Bye, that's a great play. That's a high tackle, but they haven't called it against Ben Hunt. That should have been a high tackle. Ilias puts that boot to the ball. It's going to come down for Reece Walsh at the 15. Good take. Good take. Wasn't an easy grab there for Reece, but he gets it. Little Warwicks on my mama. I'm timing you out. How about that? Small Buddha says, why is Tino Wars in the bench? He barely does anything as is. Well, right this very second, his form has not even necessarily deserved him to be where he's on the field. So I need him to turn that around. But right now, I'm not advocating for him to be on the field as we currently speak. 4 tackling out to 45. And Paddy Carrigan, he'll get that ball at the back to 45 to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam steps and he'll be taken down to the 40 on fifth tackle. Broncos have been paying like $1.01. Why are you guys even betting on a team as like $1.01? Reece Walsh puts that one really high up in the air. Tough one here for Keanu. He's gonna drop the ball at the back. At least he gets that Faimani. Faimani brings out of the 20. Jeez, Keanu, you got to go to training and you've just got to practice upon practice upon practice your kicks and your catching under the high ball. It really is that simple. It really is that simple. You just got to continuously practice in training. Screw contact training, screw getting involved with the actual attacking play and the play in general. You need to go and figure out. You just need to continuously train to catch the high ball. Mikey for the wake at Ilias. Ilias up to Bo Firma. And Bo Firma's going to bring this ball to the 44 on 4 tackle. 2 minutes to go to the first half. I'm on Titans at 4:30, but I know you, Nate. You get on anyone who's the underdog. AJ Brimson off to Ramahau, and Ramahau at the 45 on fit tackle. 2 minutes left here. It is a very inconsistent team, Ibrahim Olami. It is, you're right. And that's a high kick. The ball's going to be allowed to bounce. Keanu following it through. Oh, Reese just gets it, and Reese will get away as well. Cooper by. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. No way. No way. Dude, Ramahau. Oh, dude. Fuck off, Reese Walsh. Fuck off, Reese Walsh. Dead set. Oh, they've just run the distance of the field to score a try. And the cuck is just going to look... Oh, dude. He's gone 100 metres. Keanu, it was like... we had the Broncos locked at their own 20. And then Keanu misses the tackle. And then... Oh, he's put over the sideline. Shut your mouth, Reece Walsh. Shut your mouth. No try. Titans ball. No try. Titans ball. He puts his foot over the sideline. Yeah, he does. He puts his foot over the sideline to the 33. Come on. Shut your mouth, Reece Walsh. Giving it to the crowd. You can eat one, mate. Unblock me on Insta, you cat. Brenton says, the way Kenny is making you feel under the high ball, I feel the same with Greg for us. Yeah, I get ya. So, Titans ball at 35. I need the Thailand Herbal Inhaler. So, no try. Cooper Bye has been the one to stop that, by the way. And also, I will give credit where credit is due. Even the Titans forwards, Ramahau gave it a crack to try and stop him. Cooper Bye gave it a crack to try and stop him. You can't blame Keanu because he missed the tackle. I love that little smirk there. Eat a dick, dude. But anyway, it's going to be Titans ball. Good on the forwards there for chasing that. Curtis Moran now is going to be 30 metres away here from the line for the Titans. A minute and a half to go the first half. Apologies for the swear words on Titan streams, guys. You know what's going to come. Waken for the Waken out the 20 on first tackle. 6 again. 6 again for the Titans. 20 metres away. Sam Verrills, left-hand side, AJ Brimson. AJ Brimson's going to step. He's going to be 10 metres away. He's going to get away from another tackle. He's still going here, and then he'll go back to the 15. Oh, it was good until it wasn't, AJ. Second tackle. A penalty would be nice to take it 8-8 if we don't score. Cooper Bye. Cooper Bye is going to be 5 metres away now from the line. 1 minute to go here. 1 minute to go. Sam Verrills. Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell goes it himself. He'll be 4 metres away from the line. 4 tackle. BD7 Vlog says, don't say that to Reese, mate. I'll say it to you and Reese. I don't give a shit. And that's going to be Curtis Moran now up to 3 on fit tackle. You can eat a dick too. Fit tackle 3 metres away from the line. And Reece Walsh is down. God bless him. Whilst we talk shit, I will never celebrate an injury. Reece Walsh is down injured right now. He's going to have to come off for a HIA. But yeah, BG7 Vlogs, you can cop it too, bud. Lagan says, I keep getting AI-generated chat summaries every time I refresh the chat. Well, this is going to be an injury to Reece Walsh here. God bless him, but he will have to come off the field for 15 minutes. But at least it is half time, so that will come into the 15 minutes inclusion. 42 seconds left here the first half. God bless him. Show your passion, guys. Get excited, get crazy, but never celebrate an injury. You always want to see the best players on the field at all times. So Reece Walsh will come off the field. It's going to be fit tackle for the Titans 3 metres out. Come on, Cooper Bye. Score 1 before half-time. You deserve it, mate. I don't care who scores. Just somebody score would be nice. He doesn't look in a great way here, Reece. God bless him. We're still waiting here. We're still waiting. So this new Antonio Verhoeven, I think his name is about... Yeah, Verhoeven is about to come on here for the Broncos. Australian schoolboy. Apparently some prodigy. Well, we'll see. I don't like Walsh, but don't like seeing anyone get injured. Yeah, exactly right. He's just weird. I bet he needs a spew. We've all been there. No, I think it was a concussion, dude, because of the way that he made the tackle. So Sam Verrills on fit tackle out to Ilias. Ilias out the back now to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell gives it to Keanu Kenny. Keanu, pass the ball, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's going to make me lose my mind. Keanu's going to make me lose my mind. Why is Keanu just running the ball straight back into the line on fit tackle there? It doesn't make any sense, dude. It doesn't make any sense. You know the game of rugby league. You meant to know it more than what we do. How are you running directly on fit tackle with 20 seconds to go of the half Why are you running on fit tackle directly back into the line as one of the smaller fullbacks in the game and not spreading it wide and kicking it, especially when Reece Walsh is now out of the defensive line, he's out of the defensive fullback position. Why are you not trying to capitalise on that by just simply running the ball into the line? That does not make any sense from the Gold Coast Titans. Jarvis is patient. How is that considered patience in regards to a run the ball in fit tackle into the line as a fullback? How are we considering, why are we saying patience in regards to that? 8-6 here to the Broncos at halftime. It doesn't even make sense. Well, anyway, if you're a Broncos fan, you're super disappointed about this scoreline right now. If you're a Titans fan, you should actually be pretty happy. But you know, it's past the days of being happy for losses and being happy to be close in games. I'm excited about what can be happening in this game. I'm also not unaware of what could happen in this game in the second half, based off of previous history, with the Broncos being good in second halves and the Titans being bad in second halves. But also, I'm happy with the fact that it's only 2 points. I also believe that a better team would have been up by more than two, would have been up in the first half of this game, and they would have been up on the Broncos by a bit. But as a Titans fan, I'm sick of the days of celebrating close losses, and that's why I'm so passionate behind saying this still isn't good enough. We need to do better. But I will also give the credit we're saying the Titans have been much better than people have given them credit for in this game, and they've made it super, super close. So, look, I'll take a 2-point loss at half time, though. You know, I will take a 2-point loss at half time. However, I need to see Keanu do a lot better, dude. He's having a rough one. He's having a rough one, man. So, a long way to go, though. Long way to go. But Keanu is either a superstar or cannot catch the ball, man. It's wild. I'm just going to have a quick drink here. I haven't even opened it. This has just been sitting next to me this entire first half. Guys, hit that like button and subscribe. I always need to remind you, this is a Titan stream. Read the room. It's very different to our regular streams where it's a lot more casual, a lot more talking analytics and having a bit more of a general laugh rather than you just seeing me fire up, you know, because I do fire up for these games. I'm sure you guys do for your teams too. But let me have a drink and then we'll get to the stats. All right, there we go. All right, let's get into the stats here at half time. So like I said, hit that like button and subscribe. Broncos 8, Titans 6. This is at Seamus Stadium on the Gold Coast. Try for the Gold Coast was Jojo Fafita, and Jaden Campbell was on the conversion, with the Broncos being Reece Walsh and Adam Reynolds got the conversion. And they got a penalty goal through Reece Walsh on the 27th minute. Now, possession-wise, it's been very even. 51% here for the Gold Coast, 49% here for the Broncos. The time of possession is 13 minutes and 46 seconds for the Gold Coast, 13 minutes and 12 seconds for the Broncos. That is minimum 25 is what you're looking for on a time of possession basis for a good game of rugby league. 13 minutes, 26 minutes. It's basically 27 minutes right now, which is healthy enough. You know, you're liking that compared to a lot of other games that go sub 25. 27 minutes, you're pretty happy with that. Now, completion rate, both teams are not at the 80%. So if you don't know, 80% is the marker. You want to be seeing them at 80. Titans are at 72%, 18 from 25. It's not awful, but it's definitely not great. It's getting close to really bad. If you go below 70%, that's awful. So they're close enough to that, but they are still above 70. They're not quite at the marker, though. Broncos are at 78%, so they're also not quite at the marker. It's not awful. It's not amazing, but it's close enough where you like it. It's fine. 18 from 23 for the Bronx. And then we go to... someone moderate. Can someone time out the spammer in the chat, please? Then we go to the runs here. 93 runs for the Titans to 959 run meters for the Gold Coast. We're actually doing way better in the run meter department than the Broncos right now. That is 29 meters above the 10 meters on average per run. So it shows the Gold Coast Titans are having a crack here. The attack just isn't coming off for them as we currently speak. The attack is just not coming off for them. 959 is 29 meters above the 10 meters on average, which you're happy with. And then the Broncos are at 92 runs, so one less run, but they're at 862. So they are down by 100 meters right now on the Gold Coast with one less run. The Titans 29 meters above the 10 meters on average per run. The Broncos are 58 run meters behind the 10 meters on average per run. 29 above to 58 behind. So it's a good sign here for the Gold Coast if they can keep up with it. Can they put out the full 80, which is the question mark we have about this club. Post-contact meters is 305 here to the Titans and 295 for the Broncos. So with one extra run, the Titans have got the extra 10 meters. Post-contact meters, you are not expecting 10. So that means that if you give that extra run, you're still probably seeing the Titans up by a good 5 to 8 is what that would be saying. So that's good. Again, for the Titans, line breaks is 1-1. This game's very even right now, but the Titans do have the advantage in regards to the run meters, just not the scoreboard at the moment. Line breaks actually 1-0 Gold Coast. And then you go to the tackle breaks. It's 15 for the Gold Coast, 18 for the 15 for the Titans, 18 for the Broncos. We'll get to the missed tackle stat in a second, but it's not too bad there from the Titans. It's pretty good there from the Broncos, to be fair. The average set distance, 25 metres and below, is pathetic. Turn the stream off. 25 to 30 is disgusting. 30 to 35 is underwhelming. 35 to 40 is hitting the marker. 40 to 45 is great. 45 to 50 is fantastic. And 50 plus is basically perfect. The Gold Coast are at 38.36, so they are on the mid to upper end of hitting the marker. They do have the most on the average set distance right now. I feel like those early knock-ons are what's bringing this below 40, because you are consistently seeing the Titans get plenty of metres on their sets. So the average set distance here is unfortunately hindered by the fact that the Titans' errors are costing them early in sets, which is what we say every single week with this club. Stop knocking the ball on first or second tackle, and you will see that average set distance go from 38 to 45. Thank you very much to Lewis BC for joining up as a member, mate. Appreciate the support for the channel. And then for the Broncos, they're at 37.36, so they're dead smack middle of hitting the marker. So they're both doing enough of the 35. They're not getting quite to the great category, but the Titans are up by literally a metre on the dot on the Broncos in regards to average set distance, and they're both just hitting the marker. Average play the ball speed, 3.19 below is extremely fast, 3.2 to 3.39 is fast, 3.4 to 3.59 is average, 3.6 to 3.79 is slow, and then 3.8 and above is extremely slow. 3.44 seconds here for the Titans, 3.4 seconds for the Broncos. It's 0.04 seconds separating the two, both on the average category, very close to the fast category. It is just getting through the motion in a normal category. It's nothing spectacular, which is a surprise considering how this game has gone so far with the speed of the game has just been so snippy and so snappy. The offloads is 4-3 to the Titans. You go to the kick defusal, 33% for the Titans, 75% here for the Broncos. And then you go to the effective tackle percentage, and as a Titans fan, you take this every day of the week. You do. You really do, because we've had a lot of times where we go under 85%, sub 85%, which is awful. 85% below is disgusting. 85% to 88% is underwhelming. 88% to 90% is hitting the marker, and 90% and above is basically perfect. Titans at 88.77%, they're hitting the marker, and they're doing it solidly enough. 166 tackles made for 18 missed tackles and 3 ineffective. So the average missed tackles is 15 to 17. The average ineffective tackles is 5 to 7. So 3 ineffective tackles is 2 underneath the lowest of the average. That's amazing. But the 18 missed tackles is 1 above the average of 15 to 17. It's not awful, but it's also definitely not great at all. So 21 bad tackles for 166 tackles made. The tackles made is a pretty typical number. The 21 bad tackles in the first half is not too bad, and 88.77% is pretty solid, especially considering you're going up against the Broncos team. But also, again, Broncos are typical for not playing well in first halves. Broncos, on the other hand, 89.5%. That is solid, getting close to the great category, but they're still hitting the marker. 179 tackles made, so an extra 13 more tackles, 15 missed tackles, so 3 less missed tackles than the Titans, and 1 less, the lowest of the average of 15 to 17, and the ineffective tackles is smack bang in the middle of 5 to 7 at 6. So 21 bad tackles for the Broncos, 21 bad tackles for the Titans, but it's just those ineffective tackles that have risen up there to equate the number between the ineffective and the miss, and the miss is the more important one. But the Broncos have also made that 13 extra tackles. That's why their percentage is slightly higher, but they're both defending at a very similar rate here based off of those stats. And then the negative play, this is diabolical. This is diabolical. Titans, you may have been up in this game by 12 points plus if you didn't have this number. But you do have this number, and it is solely because of you. And we'll talk about this on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, guys, on BKRsport, go click the pinned comment in the chat. But regardless of what happens in this game, I will be speaking about this error count at halftime. 9 errors is disgraceful. 3 and below is really good. 4 to 6 is average. 7 and above is awful. 7 and above is awful. They're at 9. That is diabolical. Like, that is unacceptable from any team. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the Dragons. I don't care if you're the Titans. I don't care if you are anybody. 9 errors in the first half is wild. To the Broncos 6, which is on the upper end of average, getting close to awful. So the Broncos have made plenty of errors themselves, but the Titans just say, hold my beer. We're going to do, half of what you've done. We're going to add it onto that. So they're at 9 to 6. That's where the Titans are losing this game by 2 points right now, because the on-field play, if you're watching this game, shows that the Titans probably should be in the lead right now, but they're not. And literally a penalty into a drop ball from Keanu is quite literally the only reason they've scored a try in that first half, the Broncos. So we are directly the result of losing this game for ourselves as we currently speak. And then the penalties conceded is 3-3. It's getting up there, but it's normal. The ruck infringements is 3-2 to the Broncos. It's not fantastic, but it's not awful from both sides. And the inside 10 metres is 2-1 Broncos with 1-0 on report for the Titans. Apparently, I don't know how went on report. I don't know. I've been too fired up to even understand why he went on report. But overall, the stats right now show that the errors is what losing this game for the Titans are. Because it's not the stats. The stats are they've got more post-contact meters, they've got more run meters, well more run meters too, mind you. Literally 100 with one extra run. So you're telling me that there's going to be one run for 100? Don't know about that. They've got more line breaks, the better average set distance, same play the ball speed. The defense is the same rate, essentially. And then the penalties are the same. Ruck infringements are basically the same. Inside 10 infringements are basically the same. It's just those errors. The errors is what's costing the Gold Coast right now. So, look, again, not unaware of what can happen in the second half. I will take the positives from that first half. I will be infuriated in why we're in this situation in the first place, but I will be extremely happy with the fact that they're giving us a game here. They're showing tenacity. They're showing care factor in regards to their run meters. They're showing care factor in regards to trying to get this result right now. It's just not quite coming off for them just yet. But at the end of the day, we are seeing the cogs turning. We are seeing changes being made here in this Titans team, which is polar opposite to what we saw from the game against the Sharks. You know, and hopefully they got rid of those cobwebs from that Titans-Dolphins game where they don't completely fall apart in that second half as per usual. You know, and then they move on to the Cowboys game where that was just an absolute schmozzle, and then they go to the Dragons, they finally get a win, but it was also a schmozzle of a game, right? So hopefully the Titans can find a way to get past this second half thing that the Titans have, and also the Broncos who have their second half thing, which is a positive. They came back on the Storm 14-0 a couple of weeks ago, but the Storm aren't great right now. They just lost 50-10 to the Panthers, but it's still entirely possible the Broncos are going to do the exact same thing and they're going to run over the top of the Titans in the second half, especially with how speedy that game was. You just got to hope the Broncos, their endurance and their stamina is down because of how quick and pacey that game was. It's interesting to see what Reece Walsh does because obviously he went off that HIA. We'll see what happens with him. But this is an interesting prospect right now. If the Titans play like they did in that first half and reduce the errors, they actually win this game. If the Titans reduce the errors and play the same way they did in that first half, they actually win the game. But if the errors maintain, they will lose this game by 20, 30. If the errors stay the same and the Broncos can fire up for the second half like they typically do, you will lose by 20 Titans. But if you reduce the errors and play the same way, you'll win this game. But anyway, says players are bigger, stronger, faster, but footy discipline is declining. Agree. As he says, hey Blaze, as a Doggies fan, Titans have done themselves proud. They have, but there's still definitely room for criticism. An upset would not be a shock. Well, it would be a shock, but right this very second, they're well in the game. Aaron says, just in a bit of news, the Dragons seeking release for Trey Fuller to replace Gutho. Love it. Fuller has a clause in his deal, which means he would be released if a club pays him a certain salary. Love it. Reece Walsh ruled a cap one, really. Fotomatavoy says, even though I don't go for Titans, go Titans. Appreciate you. Funny Gilbert is not expecting that much errors. Holy, yep. 9 errors, mate. 9 errors. 9 errors. FNQ Outdoor Adventure says that this Titans game is a lot better. Defense is a lot better on attack, faster pace. Yes, but the errors is diabolical. 9 errors is not acceptable. 7 is the awful category. So 3 and below is really good. 4 to 6 is average. This is across the competition. 7 and above is awful. We are at 9 errors at halftime. 9 errors. It is putrid. So again, if they limit the errors in the second half, they win this game. But if they keep up with the errors, they will lose by 20 points to 30 points because the Broncos will come strong in the second half. That's what they do. Pray they can keep this up second half and old habits don't haunt them. I 100% agree. Walsh category 1, by the way, so want me back. Wow, God bless him, man. Very nervous as a Bronx fan. We have been poor, even with him. Not looking forward to the second half without him. Well, Titans on the try predictor, they're 51% to the Broncos are 49%. But the try predictor is also very fantastic because the Cowboys were up 16-0 at half time. And there was no stat that was saying the Dragons should score next. And the Fox AI predictor had the Dragons at like 64%. So forget the Fox AI predictor. No, Causa, look, I don't think that it's bad that you take any positive. I came to this side. The positives are there. There is plenty of positives in this Titans first half. Unbelievable amount of positives in the first half. But the errors negate a lot of it, but you could still say the positives are amazing. So if you take the errors away, if you reduce the errors in the second half, those positives will shine more and the Titans will win this game. I will say, hand on heart, the Titans win this game if they go under 5 errors in the second half. If they go under, if they're more like 4 and under, I think they win this game. I really do. They've lost a lot of spark without Reece Walsh here, the Broncos. Titans are at home. We won a game here last week, and hopefully we can fire up here today. I'm not under any disillusions of what can happen. This could still be a 13-plus Broncos win, but I back my boys in, and Reece Walsh is a big out, and if we can limit the errors, I think we win this game. But Jaden Campbell kicks his ball off in the second half here, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. The Broncos will get the ball at the 2, and that will be brought out to the 10 through Xavier Willison. I don't think we're that poor at all. Titans just better at the moment. 6 errors is not great, but it's not like awful. I wouldn't say the Broncos have been ultimately poor. I do think the Titans have been pretty solid for the most part. It's just the errors that have been allowing you to stay in this game in a lot of ways. Third tackle now at the 30 for Ben Talty. Take the errors away. Titans have been unreal in this game. 100% agree. 100% agree. Brendan Piakura now to the 40 on fourth tackle, but they have to come in with the same mindset, the same drive, and the same hunger to win this game the Gold Coast do. They really do. Fifth tackle now at the 50. Hopefully Titans learn from the first half. That'd be nice, Funny Gilbert. That would be nice. Who's the fullbacks for the Broncos now? Maybe Dean Mariner. Who would be the fullback now? Philip Sami gets his ball here at the 20 and takes it out to the 25. I don't know, actually, who the fullback for the Broncos would be now. Let me have a look. Maybe Jesse Arthurs? Shit. I don't know, maybe Arthurs or so. Faimani brings this ball on third tackle to the 45. Brighton says we can't seem to stop their meters at all. Agree. Lungan says Titans will win this game, brother. Hopefully you're right, Lungan. God bless. Fourth tackle now to 45. Good run by Cooper Bye. Get around to Papua New Guinea. Fire out Papua New Guinea. Get behind us. Get behind us, Papua New Guinea. Mikey Fodawaker Ilias at the back hits the grass. And it will be AJ Brimson who picks it up, and he'll bring this ball out now to the 40 on fifth tackle. They roll it back into Sam Verrills. Verrills off to Jaden Campbell, and Jaden Campbell's going to put this ball in the corner. Not much of a chase here, just want a solid line. Don't need the chase. Jesse Arthurs is the one playing fullback, by the way. Yeah, Brighton said Arthurs. So Arthurs brings it out to the 20 on first tackle. And they'll give it off to Tony Staggs, and Staggs brings it out now to the 30 on second tackle. This game will probably be decided on either team, keeping the intensity from the first half. Agree, yeah. So Broncos to the 45 on third tackle. Love from Papua New Guinea. Yeah, get around it. Third tackle off to Paddy Carrigan, and Carrigan now is at the 44. Fourth tackle. We do have a large Papua New Guinea audience here, which is great to see. And now the Bronx will be at the 30. That's a good set here from the Bronx, and Ben Hunt puts that one up. And knocked back here from the Broncos. Tony Staggs then. He'll kick that ball. Oh, you're kidding, Titans. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. The Broncos had no business scoring that try. Again, we're doing it to ourselves. The Broncos had no business scoring that try, but we do it to ourselves, man. We do it to ourselves. No one's going up for the ball. I'm sorry, Broncos fans. I don't even give your team the credit for that because, look at the Titans' defense. Look at who's going up for the ball. Nobody. Nobody's going up for the ball here. Nobody. Not a single Titans player goes up for the ball. The ball literally just bounces. It just goes straight to Dean Mariner. Comes out the back here for Staggs. No, there's no way Ezra Mann's going to be offside. It's a completely fine try. It's bullshit from the Titans. The work ethic from the Titans there is not good enough. And not only Philip Sami, but also not AJ Brimson, but also not Lachlan Ilias, but also not Keanu Kenny. Not a single player goes up for a contest of the ball. It's an easy grab for Mariner. He offloads the ball. It's a kick inside from Staggs. Well done to the Broncos, but that is a Titans try given to you. That is a gifted try from the Titans to the Broncos as per usual. Not a single player trying to even get within cooey of touching the ball. You cannot argue that that is anything but the Titans literally giving a Broncos try. Quite literally. Just ridiculous. Especially to start off this first half too. 12-6 here with 36 minutes to go of the game. Oh, man, not a single play goes up for that ball. You're the ones defending. Of course the Broncos are going to chance the arm, and if they get a knock on, whatever, the ball's still down their end. At least they missed the kick. 12-6, stays a 6-point game. Tony Staggs missed the kicks, and Titans will stay in the game at 6. Still a lot of time they can catch up. Absolutely, Nashon. That's right. Adam Reynolds and Reece Walsh are now out of this game, aren't you? Remember, it can always be worse. I agree, Cosrips. I agree. At least we're in this game. I'm not here to insult the Dragons or your team or anything, but at least we're in this game. At least we're in it. 12-6 with 35 minutes to go here of the game. I just need to see more effort, though, because that effort wasn't good enough. Why isn't Ryan Reynolds kicking? Well, Ryan Reynolds owns Wrexham, mate, so he's not here. Adam Reynolds is also injured, and Reece Wells is also injured, so that's why you've got Tony Staggs kicking, and Jordan Ricky's going to be at the 25. Titans have held on pretty strongly, I have to say. I wouldn't even necessarily say that we've held on. I wouldn't say that's the way this game has gone at all, really. Fourth tackle now at the 50. We were in the ascendancy for the most of the first half, but we just were silly with it and kept making the errors, which kept the Broncos in a game. Another team would have put a score past the Broncos in the first half, but also, it's not like the Broncos were awful, but another team would have done a much better first half against the Broncos as well. They would have. No, Ibrahim, we are not muted, sir. Faimani, now to the 25 on third tackle. Because no, they deserve all the criticism. I just watched the press conference and it was pretty pathetic too, but I don't know what else fun I could have said. Out to the right to Moiki Fodawaker, and Fodawaker, we four tackle here at the 44. They go to the right hand side, Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell's got Jojo, gives it to Jojo. That was good defense from the end there from the Brisbane Broncos. Pierre Kura is the one who makes the tackle. They give it to Jaden Campbell, and JC is going to put that ball up in the air. The chase through here is okay. Jesse Arthurs gets the ball, and he will get taken down to the 10 now, first tackle. Aaron says Ryan Reynolds could coach Dragons better, and he's probably never watched the NRL. He's probably never heard of the NRL, Ryan Reynolds, but yeah, he could probably coach better than Shane Flano right now. Give it off to Verhoeven, I think his name is. He'll be at the 30 on third tackle. Didn't really do too much there. And then up to Paddy Carrigan. You got to appreciate his work rate, though. Fourth tackle. Off to Ben Hunt. Ben Hunt to Jordan Ricky at the 50. The game has definitely slowed down from the first half, though, that's for sure. Much slower first half than that second half. And Brisbane are definitely probably more the happier to play the set-for-set game. Keanu, you better catch this ball. He does at the 15. And Keanu then gets his ball back to the 17. Ilias then gets his ball off to Philip Sami. And Sami with a strong run out to the 28 or so. So 10 metres on that run, you take that. Just want reels. Is that Beanie reversible with Broncos on the other side? No, I'd rather fist myself with a cactus than do that. Third tackle now at the 35. Sam Verrills off to Cooper Bly. And Cooper Bly brings his ball to the 42 on fourth tackle. Who's the fullback for the Broncos? Yeah, Jesse Arthurs is now the fullback with Reece Welsh out. Curtis Moran. Moran with a tough run inside the 50, so he'll be fifth tackle now. This was the halftime score last week, apparently. Yeah, Titans Dragons last week. Jesse Arthurs catches that in the in goal. Not a good kick there from Jaden Campbell at all. 7 tackle set coming up for the Broncos at the 20. Has there been one try this game that was earned through good attack? I swear these teams have been handing each other tries on a silver platter. 100% Mitchell. And this is exactly what the Titans did with the Dragons last week too. The two Broncos tries have come from handed on a platter from the Titans. The Titans try last week against the Dragons in the first half came from handed on a platter from the Dragons. In this game for the Titans, the Broncos obviously gifted the Titans a try as well. You know, there is an earned attack of a try on either side here. Yeah. Yeah, Walsh failed his HIA Cosribs. Category 1. Second tackle now at the 50. Yeah, Cat 1 means he won't be here next week. Who do the Broncos play next week? Broncos at the 40 on third tackle. Oh, it's Cowboys. Oh, big miss there. Ezra Mam picks this ball up, and Ezra Mam's away. And that's the game, folks. I'm sorry. But the effort's just not good enough from the Titans. It just isn't. And this is typical. It's typical from the Titans. And that's probably the first earned try on a tackle game from the Broncos. I can't even hate on you for that. I can hate on my team again. Like, it's just poor. The ball hits the grass. I'm sorry, but the ball hits the grass, and then they're going to find the space because the ball hits the grass. When the ball hits the grass, there shouldn't be the space. There should be... It's a broken down play. Like, it's a broken down play here. How have you allowed so much space? How have you allowed so much space there? That doesn't even make sense. But there is just so much space, and this is really aligning right now with the fact that the Broncos probably go on to win this game by a lot, and the Titans go on to lose this game by a lot, because this is what typically happens in Titans games, and this is what typically happens in Broncos games. The Broncos, you're nowhere near as good as you think you are, but you're going to win this game more than likely. You're nowhere near as good as you think you are, but you're going to win this game more than likely. Because you're playing a team. I'm not going to insult them that way because I saw a lot of effort in the first half despite the errors. I'm not going to say they've shown no effort, but this second half, in this first 10 minutes of the second half, has been extremely disappointing considering how good the first half was, but we did say it was possible. Just 2 convert tries, 30 minutes. Correct, Serpent, but this is aligning with what we've seen in the past. And if they change it around, brilliant, love it. But I've seen this story go too many times. 30 minutes to go here at the game, folks. Hit that like button and subscribe. We'll be back to regular streams from tomorrow with the Sharkies, Warriors, and Raiders Knights. There's another case of not reading that. And they've missed a kick again. All right, 10 points. The Broncos are allowing us to stay in this game now too, mind you, because that's 2 conversions they've missed in the last 2 tries, and it keeps it to 10 rather than would have been 14. The 2 missed conversions keeps us in this game. Lola says, can you take that hat off, mate? Fuck off. How about that for a response, Lola? Charles says, do you think Broncos deserved to win last year? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, for sure. They're the best team last year. The way they came home like a train in the second half of the season, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I can't believe Tony Staggs has missed that kick, mind you. Aspects, at least the Broncos will go up by 4s. Yeah, well, they're missing kicks right now with no Reno and Reece Walsh. So Broncos bring this ball here to the 15 on first tackle. Broncos lost their first and second kickers. Yeah, they did. And yet, the Titans are the ones that have regressed in the second half. Yeah, Staggs is a terrible kicker, but he's their only option. Yeah, 100%. Broncos don't deserve to win last year. Elijah, you are wrong, but I can't wait to hear why you believe you're right. Why did the Broncos not deserve to win last year? Please feel free to explain it to me. Please. Please, I'd love to hear it. 4 tackling at the 50. They go to the right-hand side to Paddy Carrigan, and Carrigan's going to be at the 40 on the Titans side of the field. I'm looking forward to hearing this, Elijah. So I'll kick this ball down to the 15 where Staggs will get it. Look at nobody trying to get the ball. Look at nobody wrapping up the ball. Ezra Mam is away at the 20. He throws the ball to grass. And that is going to be Titans ball at the 33. Beautiful. Beautiful. Is Jojo on the field? Yeah, Jojo's been a great player again today. He's been our most consistent player throughout the season. They lost to Dragons. That's a fair argument. Now, I reckon Brisbane deserved to win the premiership last year. Well, yeah, exactly right. Who else deserved to win it? Who deserved to win it more? Don't tell me the Storm. Don't even think about telling me the Sharks. Could you make a discussion for Panthers? Sure. But they didn't. They lost 2. 6 again over the Titans, and they'll be at the 45 on first tackle. Troy Fitzsimmons says, Broncos didn't deserve to win because Titans should have won. Is the only answer right? Yeah, look, I agree with you there, Troy. Second tackle, and they'll be at the 45 on the Broncos side of the field. 10-point game. Find a way, Gold Coast. Cooper Bly at the back now to lock on Ilias. Ilias will go short board, Bo Firma. Last-ditch tackle prevents him from getting away, and they'll be at the 30 on third tackle. They go out to the left to Ilias. Ilias now at the 20. He'll go across here to AJ Brimson. Brimo back into Philip Sami. Good on Brimo to get that ball back in quickly because otherwise he would have gone over the sideline. Only 4 tackles gone here. What have you got here on the attack, Titans? What have you got on the attack? Cooper Bye to Curtis Morin, and they're going to be 13 metres away from the line. 13 metres away. Sam Verrills to Lachlan Ilias. Ilias then to Brimo. Brimo! Brimo! Come on! Oh, it's a forward pass. Connor says Broncos are the best. Yeah, your mum's the best in bed, mate. Buck Cannon says only people that want Broncos to win go for the Bronx. What? How is that forward? How is that forward? Yeah, commentary's complaining too. Commentary's saying no way. How is that forward? How on earth was that called forward? How on earth was that called forward? Looking forward to your apology on Monday, NRL. It's the weekly thing with you guys. It's the weekly thing. It's a weekly experience here on the Gold Coast. We got an apology last week, even though we won. We've got 3 apologies last season. Well, looking forward to the apology on that being called a forward pass. That was incredible. Yeah, Greg Alexander just said that is dodgy. That's an interesting word to use on an official broadcast, but I like it. Katoni Staggs gets the offload away. They're going to score off the back of it too. They're going to score off the back of it too. You rorting dogs, NRL. You rorting dogs. You've scored. The Broncos have scored a try off of the back of when we scored a try. The Broncos have gone up the other side of the field. That is a 12-point turnaround. You cannot write it. You cannot write it. There should not be a single Broncos fan that should be accepting of that try if you look at the legitimacy of this competition. That is fucking bullshit, and every single NRL fan should be absolutely livid because that will happen to you at some stage. That is going to happen to you. This game would have been probably a 4-point game. Instead, they've been kissed on the dick by the officials in this game. Very typical thing, but you cannot tell me in any world that that was a forward pass. The commentary complained about it. The players didn't agree with it. People in this chat are not agreeing with it. Please tell me how you can defend that call from an official. Please tell me. Please tell me. I look forward to hearing it. You'll get cucks out there that will say, oh, no, it's all good, Broncos got to try. It's not to do with the Broncos that we're complaining. I'm not insulting the Broncos. This is not a problem with the Broncos. This is a problem with the inept dickhead officials. They are morons. You cannot say in any world that that was a forward pass, and there's a reason why everybody disagrees with it. And it's just completely throwing this game completely out of whack. B. Lois is up the Bronx. If you're celebrating that as a try, you're just as fucked as the officials. And I'm spitting. I'm actually that livid. I'm that livid that I'm actually spitting right now. If you celebrate that try as a Broncos fan, you are just as fucked as the officials. You are just as fucked as the officials if you are celebrating that try as a legitimate try. You are just as wild to say that that was a forward pass and to celebrate that. B. Lloyd says, be salty. Yeah, enjoy this one. Enjoy this, B. Lloyd. You're gone. 25 minutes to go here in the game. It shows to me your character if you genuinely believe that that was a forward pass, and that's completely changed this game from a 4-point game into a 14-point game now. I'm just absolutely livid. Absolutely livid. It's completely changed the entirety of the game. Staggs has missed this kick 3 times now as well. Three times. B. Lloyd, I know you messaged me a heap on Instagram too. You can get blocked on there too, bud. Fuck, I'm livid, bro. I'm livid. I'm livid, eh? I'm livid, eh? It's got nothing to do with the Broncos. If you take it as an insult against the Broncos, you're a moron. It's an insult against the referees who have completely just adjusted this game. Holler says, Broncos really want the changing room money's played together. I'm not having a crack at the Broncos. I'm having a crack at the officials because they're morons. I'm having a crack at the officials because they're morons. Pia Kura now brings us ball to the 50. The fact that you have any cuck celebrating that and not understanding what just happened is incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. And I don't usually lose my mind like this on stream. You guys know I don't usually lose to this capacity, but that is bullshit what we just saw. A beer calling your name. GTR, absolutely. And at least Keanu Kenny will catch that ball to 15. And then he's going to get dragged over the sideline. And penalty to the Titans. Same ref that didn't call the Walsh forward pass in the prelim final against the Warriors. Thank you, Vidanzu. We're going to pin that comment. If you guys want to follow me, I'm going to rip in on my Instagram after this. So if you aren't following yet, then go follow me on Instagram. I'm going to rip in after this. My name says Titans deserve to be in this game, but poor refereeing gives the Bronx an easy win. Look, it's really difficult because, like, I will say that we're still down by 4, right? We're still down by 4. And the Broncos still deserve to be leading. But that has switched the game around by 12 points. Instead of it being 16 points to 12. Keanu Kenny's away here. Goes out to the right-hand side to Faimani. Faimani at the 50, and it's going to be second tackle at the 45. Is there still time to come back? Sure. But also, there's a reason why I'm criticising as heavily as I am right now. Second tackle here at the 45. I give it to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell to Chris Randall. Randall then off to Tinafasu Malawi, and Tino is going to be at the 40. They should use the offside line for soccer to rule 4 pass in the NRL. Dude, it's crazy that they don't call forward passes more often than not, but then will call a pass that was very clearly not forward. Dead set. Tino out to the right, Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell now 20 metres away, fit tackle. 22 minutes left here of the game. Fit tackle, and Keanu Kenny steps. He's still going here. Keanu Kenny goes, kicks the ball through. It's a decent kick, and Jordan Ricky will get taken down to the 3. And that's the thing. That's the thing that Broncos fans won't understand. It's not having a crack at your team. It's having a crack at the bullshit. Oh, that's right. I already blocked B. Lloyd because you're a cuck. Yeah, no. Now I understand. Yeah, now I understand. I also know a lot of content creators have actually blocked you too. So third tackle now at the 15 for the Broncos, and now they'll be at the 20, fourth tackle. Well, no, that call isn't the reason the Broncos are winning this game, correct. But has definitely flipped the game with that call, though, correct. Yes, the Broncos would have been up by 4 regardless, and that's what people are going to remember. But also, it is a livid decision. So the Broncos will keep that ball down to the 20, and Keanu Kenny now brings this ball out here to the 30. It is only 14 points, but it's just difficult to get past that moment, eh? First tackle. A VAR feature like soccer use should be done on any 4-pass calls or tried that are awarded with a 4-pass. Dear me. Throughout the 48, off to Faimani, and Faimani is going to be at the 45 on third tackle. Other way around would have awarded that easy. Well, yep, it does. It happens quite regularly. Out to the back to AJ Brimson. Brimo steps back onto the inside. He's going to be at the 30 on fourth tackle. Connor says up the Broncos for so bad calls. There's no problem with you going for the Broncos, mate. There's no problem with you. Your team is still winning this game justifiably by this much, no. But it's not a problem with your team when we insult the officials and say the game is rigged, or bullshit is the word. Faimani will get this ball at the 30, the 25. It's not to say that you guys are cheating. It's to say that the officials are inept. Fifth tackle here at the 20, which has nothing to do with the Broncos winning this game. They kick this ball across here, and Tino's coming through, and that's going to be Broncos ball at the 3. Clyde says, no issue with losing as long as it's fair. Agree. Brisbane always get the rub of the green. Even referee changes before a grand final to ensure less penalties are blown. Yeah. Professor James is super biased, bro. Well, I don't give a fuck if you think it's super biased because I'm a Titans fan, just like I'm sure you're probably a Broncos fan having a cry about the fact that you are listening to the Titans commentary. You are watching somebody who has a fucking Titans beanie on his head and you're complaining about bias. If you think that, do you believe that that wasn't a 4-pass? Because the rest of the NRL don't. You're about to see all the comments about it. You've already heard the commentary talk about it. You've heard me talk about it. So if you believe that it's bias, well, can't wait to hear why. Can't wait to hear you explain to me how that pass was forward when he caught it a metre behind where the pass was. Titans will be now at the 35. Professor James is bro getting mad. Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, penalties to the Titans here. 100% yes, I am. 100%. But I know you'll be back. But I am mad, yeah. Yeah, there's no hiding from that. I don't need to pretend I'm not. Because you'd be in the same situation if this was your team. You would be in the same situation if this was your team. Game goes from a 4-point game potentially into a 14-point game. 19 minutes to go here of the game. But thank you for watching, and I'm sure you'll be back, baby. First tackle now at the 40. Connor says, yeah, the refs need to go spec savers. First tackle at the 40 for the Titans, and it's going to be Oliver Pascoe who goes out to the right to Chris Randall. Chris Randall now 33 metres away from the line. Aaron says Professor James looks like a bum because he is a bum. Out of the left-hand side of Tino, and Tino's at the 25. Then off to Lachlan Ilias, and Bo Firmer is going to get this ball off to AJ Brimson. AJ Brimson, he's the 15. He gives it off again to Oliver Pascoe, and he's 5 metres away from the line. Third tackle. AJ Brimson now, he'll go at the back to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell steps, and he'll be 8 metres away. A try here would be huge. Try here would be huge. Out to Keanu Kenny. Keanu Kenny then to Rama Howe. Not great attack here from the Gold Coast. It'll be fifth tackle 5 metres away from the line. And the Titans give it out to JC. Jaden Campbell kicks this through. I think that's a knock on here from the Titans. Yeah, it is. Broncos ball to 5. Red Knights, if they can still get 3 tries. They can, Red Knight, but that's still not the point. Ben says, people are always different behind their screens, talking shit, but in person, it's a different story. They're cowards. But that's the thing, Ben. Like, these guys react the same way that I do to games. They do when they're in their own private living rooms. They react passionately. They get angry. They call the referees way worse names than I call them. There's no way that's past horizontal. It's the thing, right? Like, every fan is very similar. So when people say like, "Oh, you're being biased, bro," it's like, well, firstly, if that's the case, tell me what I'm saying that's incorrect. But also, secondly, I'm sure that you're the exact same in regards to your. How is that? How is that past the horizontal? Incredible. Um, and that's why you just got to. If you're a content creator, you just have to let it. You can get reactive in games like this. Like I wouldn't even react to it tomorrow or yesterday. But in a Titans game, I'm reacting to the game. It's nothing to do with that person. But I also don't really care for being nice to people who are clearly dickheads nowadays. So if I think you're a dickhead, I'll call you a dickhead. Black's is way past it. Yeah, you won't get me on the troll with that one, son. And it's a lost ball there for the Broncos, and Arama Howe has the ball at the 30. Balin says, we'll be more disappointed if you're not angry if this was your team playing. 100%. 100%. Second tackle. Mullum says, this ref, bro, screwed the whole flow of the game. Pathetic, to be honest, and I tipped the Bronx. It is what it is, man. You get used to it, unfortunately, brother. Third tackle here at the 45. What's the gap between the NRL's best and worst referee, and which teams cop the worst ones more often? The teams that are lower on the table will typically get the worst calls because there's no benefit to giving them the positive calls. And also the big market teams, of course. Like the big markets will typically get more. Jaden Campbell's going to be at the 35, and now he'll be 33 metres out on fit tackle. So Lachlan Ilias, he'll put that ball. There's a good chase here. And Dean Mariner gets slapped. He's dropped that ball. This is going to be Titans ball, I think. I hope this is Titans ball. Yep, it is. Titans ball at the 10. 16 minutes to go here to game. Boys, yeah, Shibasaki definitely not getting that starting centre spot again. A try here would be game on here, Brighton. But obviously, let's see. Aaron says, if you don't act like BKRs now when those calls happen to your team, you're not passionate enough. I'm never going to define someone's passion by mine, but with that being said, I'm very passionate. So 10 metres away even the line. Charles, they should have a top view drone camera to see from above for 4 passes. They do actually, funnily, have a top view drone camera. They just obviously they don't use it for 4 passes. So 15 minutes to go here of the game. Titans with the ball here. AJ Brimson, 15 metres away, and Arama Howe, he is now 13 metres out here from the line. 13 metres away. They roll it back to Pascoe. Pascoe off to Chris Randall. Randall then to Tino, and Tino is going to be 10 metres away from the line. Yeah, they're really trying to slow these play the balls down here, Broncos. Brimo to Jaden Campbell. Short ball to Arama Howe, and he's going to be 5 metres away on third tackle. Titans need to be his next score. Yeah, 100% now, Sean. 100%. Chris Randall, they kind of need to score now. Kick this ball through. It's going to be a dropout. It's going to be a dropout. Elijah, no one is like the Dragons. The Dragons are something else. With all due respect to Dragons fans, not an insult at you. The Dragons are in a worse off situation than the Titans right now, and you can't hate on that. We beat you last week, and if we watch the same Cowboys game, you know what I mean. 14 and a half minutes to go. Not here to insult the Dragons, though. Just replying to that comment. Justin Sutton says, too many variables have a drone just for 4 passes. I agree. That won't go 10 here, so that's going to be Titans ball at the 10 in the middle of the field. Or Titans ball at 10, 5 minutes in. I hated the rule how you can't call back a 4 passer when they clean up the ball backwards and refs say fours. Futamata says the Janil's crazy. Yeah, it is. Lucas says, how have the Titans gone from shocking D and good attack last year to average good D and shocking attack this year? Because for mine, I think JC is a 6, and I think Zane Harrison should be the 7. That's going to be a penalty here to the Titans. They're going to still be 10 minutes away, so they're going to get a whole fresh set. They're going to challenge us here, the Broncos, though. The thing is, though, is that the Titans' attack wasn't that great last year, but it was okay. Titans have this weird thing where they can win games by big margins, but will typically score low. But when they win the games by big margins, like your 66-6 against the Warriors and your 48-18 against the Broncos and all that kind of stuff, they will win those games and score a lot of points, and people will look at that game as the way the Titans are. It's not necessarily how it is. But Payne has his hands on the ball here. Hands on the ball. I think this is probably going to be... Oh, his right hand is underneath it here. I don't think his left hand strips it, but his right hand, I'm pretty certain, does. I want to say, yeah. This is his left hand. Jensen's clear tackle. That's not a problem. Well, yeah, Ricky needs to get out of the way, otherwise it's going to be inconclusive and it'll be Titans ball. Because Ricky goes in the way here, and then hand on the ball here, camera angle that can show. We're not seeing a camera angle right now. We need to see a camera angle, because otherwise it's going to be inconclusive here. I think it's inconclusive, yeah. It's inconclusive, insufficient evidence. So the Broncos retained a challenge, but the Titans get the ball at 10. How would getting rid of the forward pass rule transfer rugby league just a thought? Well, then I'm just throwing the ball, like NFL. You get rid of the forward pass rule, and then it turns into NFL. So Titans first tackle now, 4 metres away here from the line. All right, so first tackle now at the 5. Read the room entertain now. So Jaden Campbell is going to be 10 metres away, and they're going to be 3 metres out from the line on second tackle. And Titans will go quickly. Oliver Pascoe so close. He'll be 1 metre out from the line on third tackle. They roll it back to Jaden Campbell. He'll get it off to Lachlan Ilias. Ilias gets it to Bo Firma, and Firma will be 4 metres out. Broncos are usually pretty good defensively in their own 20. Out to the right, Lachlan Ilias then to Tino. Tino then gives it to Khalees Haas. He gets the offload away to AJ Brimson. He'll knock that ball back to Jaden Campbell. They're back at the 25 now, and they'll just get taken down. A fit tackle. They lose meters there. Not looking fantastic even the Gold Coast. Keanu Kenny runs it. He'll dink this ball underneath. Ball bounces up, and it's going to be a dropout here from the Broncos to the Titans. Shit ref calls. A good game. Yeah, just shit ref call screw a good game. It's unfortunate around that forward pass, man, because we would have been on for a belter of a finish too. We would have been on for a belter of a finish if they didn't get that call so abhorrently wrong. Yeah, he does have some blood on his head, Brenton. He's had that for the last 5 minutes. I'm surprised they haven't called the blood bin on for him. Would you take a 2 with 2 tries? Yeah, no, not really, mate, unless on the Dragons. And that's a penalty here for the Titans, surely. Yep, penalty to the Gold Coast. Broncos take it. They impact him before he gets to the ball. 12 minutes left here of the game, folks. So, Oliver Pascoe at the 15. Don't forget, guys, we'll be live for Sharks, Warriors, and Knights, Raiders tomorrow. Obviously, very different way of streaming in that game compared to the way we do Titans games. I appreciate everyone who has been watching and enjoying the stream regardless, man. First tackle, there at the 5. They give it to Jaden Campbell. 6 again, off to Tino, and Tino will get taken back 5 metres. Jeez, his form's not been good, dude. Professor James, yeah, Titans won't be in the top 15. Yeah, look, mate, you still live in your mother's basement, so, each to their own. Second tackle here at the 7. Second tackle at the 7. Oliver Pascoe. Tino right underneath. Has he lost that ball? Or has he? Yeah, he's lost the ball. They're going to check it, but it's a knock on. It's a knock on. Get around, you just want real MK. Well, it was great. I actually was really enjoying the game until the forward pass call. I really was. So this is going to be a knock on here. There's no high contact, that's fine. No, I thought he just lost the ball straight away anyway. Payne Haas has locked the ball up here. No, there's no shipping action. It's just a loose carry. Should Teddy be captain? No, I've got Boaz, even though Bo has had a pretty decent game tonight, but overall hasn't been fantastic this season. But no, I would prefer Bo. Cosgrove says they're going to keep going to the left, but I think they look more likely on the right. Unfortunately, the Titans don't have attack, and this will come down to the fact that whilst JC can score a try, he's not a 7. And Ilias, for mine, should not be in the NRL, with all due respect. And unfortunately, Keanu, whilst I love him, is so out of form. And Sam Verrills does not attack for the life of him. I think that you need to, if you're Josh Hannay, you need to change it up. Because that's the thing. This game completely changes from that forward pass call, which was just blatantly incorrect. But it doesn't take away from the negatives that you look at with this Titans team. They would have still been down by 4 points regardless. And they haven't scored a try to have shown they could have gone above in the lead again, even though the momentum changes. So you look at that from a respectful note and say, bullshit call, but they still haven't ultimately shown enough to win this game and have been their own biggest detractors yet again. That's just what the Titans do. So, there's a lot of criticism that will come for this Titans team here today, and the fans should be livid with the ref call, but also understand that we've been our own biggest detractor again. Broncos haven't been great, and but they will get the win here, and they'll take the 2 points. I'll be happy with that. But I'm telling you, right, and Keanu Kenny's lost the ball again, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's another knock on here from Keanu Kenny. How do you defend it? 10 minutes to go here of the game. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, guys. How do you defend it? From a realistic level, how do you defend it? Entertainer says, I keep trying to time Professor James. The admin's too good and too quick. Honestly, just hide the guy. Who cares? Nashon says, where are the Broncos currently on the ladder? Ezra Mann will squad to the pose. The Broncos, after this game, the Broncos will go to about 7th. 7th, yeah. About 7th. Our Bronx defense has been good, but that's about all that's been good this game. So the issue, Talon, is like it's hard to say Bronx defense has been good because we know the Titans attack is not. So whilst I'll say that the Broncos have held out on the line, and that is a pretty typical thing for them, the Titans have not scored many points so far this season. 10 points against the Sharks. 16 points against the Cowboys. Have we scored? Oh, we scored one game of 20 last week against the Dragons who are 0-5. But if you look at the Titans so far this season, their attack is well and truly under. 16 against the Cowboys, 14 against the Dolphins, and 10 against the Sharks, and now 6 against the Bronx. But also you're just like, well, JC is not a 7. Lachlan Ilias should not be a 6. Keanu Kenny is making it really questionable with the fullback. And Sam Verrills for mine is super out of form 2 in the 9. I would be at a stage where I'm like JC to the 6, Zane Harris to the 7. If you are not ready now, you will never be ready. So put Zane into the 7, JC into the 6. I'll have Pasco into the 9, or if you want to keep Verrills there, sure, but I would move Pasco into the 9. And then you have to make the decision on Keanu or on AJ. And I think you are sticking with Keanu right now, but I think the longer the season goes on, you need to fix your form. And Tony Staggs finally gets a kick. It was right in front, and he still nearly missed it. Still nearly missed it. The Panthers just seem unbeatable. Yeah, they do, Ben. Everyone's playing for second right this very second, yeah. Brighton's get the 5 memberships. Appreciate you, Brighton. You're a legend, mate. You are a legend, son. Navab, Entertain House, Laurie, Zero, and Conan Johnston all gifted memberships. Get around you. Appreciate you, Brighton, for supporting the channel. Not that they are unbeatable, but they look like it. They'll be beaten at some stage, but yeah, it doesn't look spectacular right now in regards to a team beating them. Titans will get the short kick here. Broncos could not beat the Panthers on this form. Well, the Broncos lost 26-0 to the Panthers at Suncorp. So the Titans now bring this ball to the 25. My West Tigers should win this year. Happy with your improvement, but the laugh is legitimate. But I'm happy with your improvement. Keanu Kenny to Jojo Fafita, and he'll run the ball hard with a 30 on third tackle. Tyler says, brother, no one can beat the Panthers on anyone's current form. 100% agree. But at some point, the Panthers will become unbeatable. They're not going to go through the season undefeated. It's not going to happen. At some point, they will lose. I don't know when. Doesn't look likely anytime soon, but I don't know when. But at some point they will. Bulldogs, it would be actually so crazy to see the Dogs go and beat them, eh? Next week. It would. So first tackle here for the Titans at the 12. There goes Jaden Campbell. Then off to Curtis Morin. And Morin's going to be 5 metres away. Shane Flanagan sacked first, or Panthers lose the game first. Shane Flanagan should be sacked yesterday. Jaden Campbell now is 9 metres away from the line. He gets the offload away. And then off to Arama Howe. Arama Howe, they're just walking around right now. 5 metres out, third tackle. 7 minutes to go. They got no attack, the Titans. Whilst the score is 26-6, they just don't really have the attack here. And I don't think the defense has been as bad in this game as the scoreline suggests. Brimo runs his ball to the 5. Michael Maguire says snooze fest. Sure it was, bud. Fit tackle now at the 4. This could have been a good game. It could have been funny, Gilbert, but unfortunately a forward pass call to completely destroy that. Kingston need Adam Reynolds to score to hit my multi. Adam Reynolds went off injured in the first half, bro. That's going to be, I think, a knock-on here from the Titans in the in-goal. I don't know. Ibrahim says, if Dogs find a way to beat them, Dragons still have a chance. I didn't really want to time you out. They're going to say knock-on here from Clay's ass. Professor James says, Titans, bro, at Dogwater, switch teams, you're just going to be disappointed. Yeah, I think your mum probably wants to switch sons, but at the end of the day, she's going to continue to be disappointed as well. Someone just hide Professor James. You're not worth my time. Dion says, I feel Titans' control has been better, not as many drops. They had 9 errors in the first half, bro. They did. They had 9 errors in the first half, the Titans. What's the second half error rate? So... the game in total, the Titans have had 12 errors. So, yeah, 3 errors in the second half compared to the 9 in the first half. King says, yeah, I know he's injured, but I need to come on the field. Everyone else hit, but he's injured. He's not coming on the field, bro. And they're also up 26-6. Why would they bring him back on? Puffin says, does anyone get pissed off like me when losing teams win immediately upon sacking their coach? Well, Manly have proven they played to get Seabolt sacked. And I feel like the Dragons today proved to me that they want Flano sacked, yeah. And Tanas, you got to read the room, bro. You really got to read the room as we currently speak, dude. 5 minutes to go here of this game. It's a penalty to the Broncos. Connor says, no offense, but I thought we'd win. Well, everyone on head, the Broncos should. This is a very scoreline that we all expected. You know, I wanted to see the Titans come in and give it a crack, and they did for 60 minutes, and they would have only been down by 4 had an incorrect 4 pass not been called. They would have only been down by 4. I don't think we would have won the game, I'll be honest with you. Even when we get that try, I don't think we win the game. But it deflated the entire momentum of the game, yeah, for sure. It did. So second tackle, they go out to the left to Paddy Carrigan, then off to Corey Pakes. Pakes over the top here, and knock on from the Broncos. Lagan says, well, to be fair, if there was a team to beat the Panthers, it would be the Dogs. Here we go. I can't wait to hear this from a Dogs fan. Not based off form, but we play the closest form Panther footy to the Panthers as Serraldo was brought to the Dogs. Not this year, you haven't, but sure. Not sure. Yeah, screw the officials. I'm sorry with the Titans. No, Brisbane Broncos, mate, it's not an insult at your team. You celebrate the win. You be happy with the 2 points. I don't think you should be celebrating the try that the Broncos scored right after that completely changed the game after a bad forward pass call when the Titans would have been down before. I don't think you should be celebrating that. But I do think that you are well entitled to celebrate 2 points. You will get 2 points at the end of the day, and I would do just the same. I'd be happy with the 2 points, but I'd be like, well, shit, the whole game was changed by an idiot on the sideline. An actual moron. You know, so, no, there's no hate to the Broncos for this result. You are not the reason why I am angry. You are not the reason why there'll be a lot of criticism for it. And because the score is blown out now, it will take a lot of accountability away from the actual morons on the sideline as the touchy. It will take a lot of accountability away because people will be like, well, they still lost by 20 points. But the whole game changes. AJ Brimson brings the ball to the 20. The whole context and the whole game changes. We don't know about the points that get scored right on after. And again, it would have been a 4-point game. So it takes a lot of the accountability away, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. The Broncos will knock the ball back and it'll be their ball at the 2. Elijah says Warriors will not beat Panthers, trust me. Who said the Warriors beat the Panthers? Who said this? Mitchell says asking Mr. House to read the room is a huge ask. It really is. Dion says, thanks, brother, for the streams tonight. Can't wait till tomorrow. Keep up the awesome work and the passion. Appreciate you, man. I do my best, mate. I do my best. Obviously, we have a lot of virgins who live in their mother's basement that love to come and have a crack. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is what's going to happen when you're in the public. And that'll happen next week. It'll happen until the end of time, mate. It'll happen to the end of time. So you just get used to it. And at the end of the day, thank you for the analytics, mate. Zimmery says Broncos beat them all the time. That is incorrect. You lost twice to the Titans 2 years ago. But last year you beat the Titans twice. But since the 2020s, it's actually been more Titans than Broncos. Well, it's probably been close. It's probably been about 50-50. So no, you are incorrect. So you're obviously casual, but it's understandable because like the Broncos won the 2 games last year and this game here. So you're obviously a new fan who's jumped on the bandwagon because of a premiership. So it's all right that you're a bandwagoner, but no, you're unfortunately incorrect. King says Cowboys going to beat Penrith. Scott Drinkwater is Penrith kryptonite when they got that try in 2023. Yeah, you're a Cowboys fan. Keanu Kenny is going to beat the 40 on second tackle. Am I a bad fan for booing at half time of the Dragons game? No way. No way. No way. Titans are away here. Jaden Campbell offloads it to Jojo Fafita. Jojo will score. Jojo will score. It's going to be 26-10 here with a kick to come. Hey Elijah, the Eels have scored the most points versus the Panthers out of all teams this year. Hi entertain us. The team that conceded 50-10 last night was the Melbourne Storm. They beat you 52-4. And also, this is what I'm not having a crack at you here, but I said this on the Eels game, the Panthers game last night. It's amazing to me. You're an Eels fan, so I get it. But it's amazing to me that other people use that as a point of reference for the Eels, and it's like, well, why? They have been a ridiculous team defensively, this team, the Eels. They have been shocking. They've been absolutely shocking. And just because they score some consolation tries late against the Panthers, apparently now people are saying that the Eels were the best team against the Panthers, which is just not correct. The game was well and truly over from the start of that match. They put a score... Again, I'm not here to insult you, Hayden. But the game was well and truly out of reach for you at half-time, let alone the end of the game. And your tries came in the second half, which is a typical second half from the Panthers. So I really don't understand why people are really holding that high of note for the Eels scoring 20 points, because it actually means nothing. Because when the game actually meant something, it's like what the Eels do right now is like celebrating what the Dolphins did against Manly. They're down 52-0 and then celebrate 3 converted tries to make it 52-18. Do you understand the point that I'm making there? Again, not an insult, but it's a question that you should ask. Dion says last score wins. Last score wins, brother. Last score wins. Expert says Jojo Fafita has to be one of my favourite players this year. The guy just didn't stop giving 100% effort for the full 80 minutes. Other Titans played like him, you would win a lot more games. I agree, mate. I agree. They are amazing to watch, Hayden. Yeah, they are. The Riff footy. It's great. It's not boring to me. I agree. And also, yes, Eels Panthers was over after 20 minutes. Correct. So you can understand where I'm coming from. Eels haven't conceded less than 30. That's insane. No, yes, they have. They won 30-20 against the Dragons. They have. First tackle over the Titans at the 20. Can't wait to see the comments of the highlights. The thing is that the scoreline is going to take the accountability away from the call, unfortunately. Panthers, they're probably just going to go and win a comp this year. 27 seconds to go here of the game. I enjoyed it for the most part. Again, there's going to be a healthy review on my Instagram after this, so go follow me at BKRsport. There's going to be a very healthy review of that call. 6 again here for the Titans, and that is going to be a penalty to the Gold Coast. Well, look, you have 14. You can go for a try if you want, or you can try and help the point against with a 2-pointer. They are actually going to the 2 here. So if you tip to Broncos 13 plus, you might be spewing right now. No, they are. They actually were going to go for the 2. Now they're going to go for the try. And they'll put the boot up in the air. And that's going to be dropped at a bat. Broncos get the ball, and that's the game. 26-12 here. Oh, no, it's a penalty to the Gold Coast. It's a penalty to the Gold Coast here. We're 10 metres away. They're going to go with the try, obviously. Oliver Pascoe, Marlins just take the 2. If you tip Broncos 1-12, you want them to take the 2. If you took the Broncos 13 plus, you're desperate for them to go for the try, and they do, and they get knocked over the dead ball line. So, 26-12 to the Broncos. Look, positives to take out of it from the Titans. Also a lot of negatives still as well. Obviously, the game would have been 4 points if we didn't have a dickhead on the touchline calling a 4 pass when it was a try. But it is what it is. I'm looking forward to the apology for that incident at the end of the round. But at the end of the day, the Broncos deserve to win the game. There's nothing against that. It's not a problem with you. You lost Reece Welsh, you lost Adam Reynolds, and you were the better team. Anyone who has an opinion of any kind of note can always admit when their team wasn't good enough, and they did get beaten. It's very frustrating and upsetting to see a bad call like that really adjust momentum, so we don't know what would have happened post that point. But we would also still be down by 4, and I don't know if we would have had enough to get over the line anyway, despite the fact that momentum changes overall. At least the second half, they didn't have as many errors as the first half, but it's funny that the first half was way better with 9 errors than the second half with the 3 errors. So yeah, I give you all credit for the 2 points, man. It's not your problem that you got an inept official there on the sideline. You guys will cop it at some point, unfortunately. You guys will cop it, and that's just the game. And we gave it a crack, but ultimately the Broncos do win it. But guys, I'm going to see you tomorrow. We've got Warriors versus the Sharkies and the Knights versus the Raiders. I hope you guys have appreciated the stream, regardless of the result and regardless of what's happened. We're live for every single game Rugby League here, no matter what, and even for Titans games, even though you do see me get up and at 'em, mate. So obviously hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. God bless you on this amazing Holy Week. I know today there's been a few swear words, which I don't really like with myself, but at the end of the day, it happened, and we do our best not to, but it just comes out during Titans games, man. We're passionate about the team, but much love, God bless, and I will see you tomorrow for the streams. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.